Spring is going to hit a little different this year because we're all finally starting to get back outside and see friends again. No matter where your adventures take you, bring the comfort and style of Mack Weldon along for the ride. Whether it's their hoodies, polos, tees, or active shorts, everything in the Mack Weldon collection mixes and matches seamlessly to fit in with any other products you have. I'm ready to spring clean my wardrobe and fit in some Mack Weldon's Ace sweatpants or a Vesper polo. Look fresh, feel fresh, get it. Mack Weldon promises comfort and a consistent fit in everything they make. From working out, going to work, or on a date, Mack Weldon is for everyday life. And with Weldon Blue, Mack Weldon's free loyalty program, you get free shipping for life. Mack Weldon wants you to be comfortable, so if you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep them and they'll still refund you, no questions asked. For 20% off your first order, visit mackweldon.com/peasants and enter promo code peasants. That's mackweldon.com/peasants, promo code peasants for 20% off. Mack Weldon, reinventing men's basic.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 868.
Going live.
We are back on the main channel. The strike got overturned. Only took 9 days for us to get it back. Thanks, YouTube.
Always a pleasure doing
I heard
business
that
with
they
you.
expedited the process because they wanted tonight's episode with me to be on the main channel, and they felt really bad about me being on the sub channel.
They realized, totally. They realized they had made a mistake and they had given us a strike for no reason. So they wanted you to be on tonight live so we get a strike for good reason.
Oh yeah,
because you say naughty stuff, Scott.
It's a real cry, and I'll give you something to cry about situation.
I love it. 8 minutes to deny the appeal and then 8 days to realize, oopsies.
You're not exaggerating either. I mean, we did the appeal live. After the stream got taken down on this channel, we went over to Twitch, and I did the appeal on the air, like, hey, I'm doing the appeal now. And then I checked 8 minutes later, appeal denied. And then the hard part about this kind of stuff is that it's really hard to get a message out because not everybody looks in the same place. And we couldn't post anything on this channel at all, so we couldn't tell you guys, hey, go look at our side channel. But I will tell you guys to do that now. The DP Underground channel, there's a link in the description. If our channel ever gets taken down again, that's where we're going to go. So you might as well subscribe there. And I think I'm going to start doing side streams there just to keep it active. Because we weren't doing too well over there. Like things weren't going so well. So it's really important that you go over to that channel and subscribe, and then also like this stream here right now to let everyone know that we're back on this channel. Because I mean, it's tough. It's tough out there. You know,
it's hard out
there. Is it true?
It's hard out here for a pimp.
That's true.
Does DP Underground have the best video clips around?
Some say that, and some say the best in town, but the town itself has not been specified.
It's like Springfield, Oregon, or Springfield. I don't know. Where's the other Springfields?
There's a ton of them.
There's so many Springfields.
Yeah. There's a Springfield, Ohio.
There's a Springfield, Ohio. There's a Springfield, Illinois. There's a Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yeah. Most states have a Springfield of some sort.
But we all know where the Simpsons Springfield is.
No.
They said Portland. They determined it was Portland.
It's in Springfield, Portland?
Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't listen to him. Don't
Portland,
listen
Oregon.
to him.
I think they said it was Oregon, that it was the most likely place, but there's still some conflicting information that it technically isn't Oregon, but it's the closest one it could be.
Is there a Shelbyville?
Yeah.
Right next to Springfield, Oregon?
I don't know. Is there?
Okay. Spreading misinformation yet again, Billy the Fridge.
Who, me?
Excellent.
No. I'm 100% truthful.
You know, they probably honestly just straight up said what state it was in like a season 28 episode, and just nobody fucking watched it.
Yeah. 4 people know.
So there was one episode, I think, where they actually had like a United States map of all of the states that they've been banned from. And like, I think Oregon was one of the ones that they were banned from. There was like only 4 that they were still allowed in at that point. But they also like had an episode where they talked about the 5 corners, where you could like be in 5 states at once. Which
Is there a 5 corners?
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, there's a 4. There's a 4 corners.
There's a 4.
Yeah, I've been there before because New Mexico is one of the states. But yeah, 5 corners doesn't exist. We're gonna get into the news segment because we got some interesting stuff to cover here. So whenever the intro plays, it plays, and then we do news. But I clicked the button a second ago, and I'm stalling right now by talking longer and longer and longer and longer and longer.
They say Rhode Island is technically 5 corners. It sits in the middle of 5 corners.
It got me so human angry.
Shut up.
It's so small.
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
All right, let's take a look. This is such an interesting story, and this is actually our thumbnail and title. Man attacks Asian woman believing she was white over anti-Asian hate crimes. So this is an Asian man who sought vengeance for the spree, the epidemic of anti-Asian hate crime. So he went to look for a white person to attack. He attacked what he thought was
a random white person?
Yes, a white woman that ended up later on being Asian, and he's being charged with a hate crime for it. Let's look at the news story here.
He accidentally did Asian hate?
Yeah. Is this the soup Nazi kitchen guy?
So this is the
story of my life.
This is a reporter locally trying to talk to him. He opened the door, which was his first mistake.
Mr. Reed?
Don't do that.
Hi, how are you?
His first mistake was not finding a good white to beat up.
Because then she puts her arm in and he can't slam his door on her arm. He should have looked through his peephole. Use a peephole, dude. Peepholes are there for a reason.
Is back at home in Lake Forest after posting a $100,000 bond to get out of jail. Detectives say the 37-year-old is accused of attacking an Asian woman last Thursday in broad daylight as she sat in her car in this Irvine apartment community a mile from police headquarters.
A mile from police headquarters, too. Perfect place to commit a crime.
Officials say Michael Rhee had a gun and tried to sexually assault her. And Rhee's apparent motive is being revealed and is considered a hate crime according to police. Detectives say the crime was motivated by Rhee's desire to seek retaliation for recent hate crimes.
Rhee!
So was it a sex crime? Was it actually a sex attack? What did he do? Grab?
Yeah, say he tried to sexually assault her.
Yeah, he tried to So yeah, that's how you.
He's going hard.
That's how you take the high ground and get vengeance for those against those horrible racists.
Is it because of that guy that shot up the sex parlor? This guy's like trying to make it even.
I mean, I guess
that might be part of it.
God.
And I think this is by his own admission.
Targeting the Asian community. It is believed Rhee targeted the victim because he thought she was white.
Can you tell us about the incident?
Look at him.
Can you please leave?
Can you tell us what happened, please?
Could you please leave?
Michael Rhee refused to answer any questions.
He was like, oh, good, a white woman's just showing up at my place. Now I can actually do it the right way. And then he saw the camera. He saw the camera, and then she stuck
one white bitch.
No, he couldn't.
This is the perfect time for him to do an assault on whites because she's putting her hand in his house. Like he could just slam the door in her hand and be like, "Oh, sorry, white. One more."
Grab that wrist, pull her in.
Yeah, this is
technically
payback.
Trespassing here if he's telling her to go away and she won't.
It is
get out
technically,
of his house.
but
yeah, but he has to call the police, right?
Right.
And they have to tell them, tell her not to come back.
Somehow, I don't think they're going to be showing up anytime soon.
right. That's the thing. He doesn't want to talk to the police right now.
This guy's name's really Rhee.
Was arrested. His bail was set at $1 million.
$1 million.
Crazy. Like,
Killian
make it?
Beeson was unaware of his neighbor's arrest until now.
Yeah,
He's like, no, man. Pretty much, I just sit around making fun of him because he's Asian all the time. I didn't realize I was actually right. God.
Safety is definitely a concern.
Officials say a license plate reader captured Michael Rhee's information as he left the apartment complex. That led police here to his home. Officers say they seized a BB gun out of Rhee's car that the victim described for detectives.
So it was a BB gun. You know what? I think there's a lesser charge. Is there a lesser charge, or is because if they believe it's a real gun, you get charged as if you had a real gun? I've heard that before.
I think you're charged as if it's real, because I think if you rob a bank with a fake gun, it is not different than robbing it with a real gun.
Yeah.
There's also the sexual assault attempt there that's probably more severe than the fake BB gun.
But what if you attempt sexual assault with a fake dick?
In Lake Forest,
where does
Michelle
that
Geely,
stand?
I think that's just a good time.
That's not true.
So I wonder why they think he was trying to get vengeance for hate crimes by committing a hate crime.
They didn't really get into that, huh?
Weird.
Yeah, let's look at the news. I wonder if I have the article. No, I don't have the article anymore. Is there an Asians taking L's Twitter? And if so, is this story the top 50 posts? Probably.
Because holy shit, it's not that hard to find one white bitch to hate crime. If that's your game, I'm not saying it should be.
Yeah.
I'm saying on the whole, don't hate crime white bitches.
Irvine,
if you were going to.
Irvine, California.
There's white.
Look at how many apartments are right there.
Hate crimes against white women are like Ruffles potato chips. You can't just have one. This guy's problem would have been stopping at one. But no,
once you pop, you can't stop.
He's made a horrible mistake, and he realizes that he is the evil that he was trying to fight vengeance with by sexually assaulting a woman.
Right, regardless of which race she was. I don't understand how he thinks, that evens it up, right?
I mean, I get psyched when non-white people try to start race wars. I'm like, good. Everyone's doing it. That's fine.
They're taking our jobs.
Yeah. So here's the next story. This happened a week ago. Kamala Harris warns wars will be fought over water, not oil. And I mean, I could see that happening, especially if the climate dries up and a lot of the fresh water sources evaporate into the air. But I don't know if that's going to be happening anytime too soon. The Great Lakes are still there.
I think she just saw Waterworld and got too into it.
Yeah. Wasn't Tank Girl the same thing as Waterworld too? Weren't they all fighting for water? She's just stuck in the 90s.
It was also could be a Tank Girl situation. Ice-T played a kangaroo in that movie.
Yes.
Let's see what she says here.
Joe Biden is very serious about being probably the most pro-labor president we have ever had.
She said something. Clap.
About ours being the most pro-labor administration. And so in the American Jobs Plan, it's about building back up our infrastructure in a way that we leapfrog. So
boo,
it's not just
Kamala,
about repair.
boo, run for mayor someplace else.
Building things. It's about fixing things and building things. We talk about water policy. That's a big deal here in Chicago and in Illinois. Water policy, to do better, well, we need to construct places where we capture water, places where we store water.
Sure.
And here's the other thing, because I also, I'm in a lot of meetings on foreign policy. For years and generations, wars have been fought over oil.
Yeah.
In a short matter of time, they will be fought over water. So when we think about building up our economy around our infrastructure on something like water policy, it's literally about jobs. It's about the fundamental source of life that Tammy Duckworth was talking about.
Is she about to cry?
She always is, yeah.
Is she
breaking up? Yeah.
That's her speech pattern.
That's so weird. But yeah, I mean, she's not wrong. I mean, if the water supply goes away, water is way more important than oil because you can live without oil in many respects. Water, not at all.
I can live without water. As long as I've got Arizona energy drink, I'm fine.
There's water in that.
Does Arizona make water?
That's not true. That's not true. It's the same ingredients as in a battery.
Read the ingredients, and what's the first ingredient?
Have you been to Arizona? There's no water there.
Tea.
Thank you, Scott.
First ingredient is tea.
There's
no water in tea. And then
there's no water
it's
in
just
tea.
then after that it's just a series of chemicals.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm
And it's
just
about
glad
strength.
that she could admit that we're fighting wars over oil, though. I mean,
Yeah.
I know we've been saying that.
Actually,
for
yeah, that
decades.
is kind of a big step in itself.
Oops.
Opening up our nation around a commodity that is a precious commodity.
Commodity.
And so I'm
I can't listen to her. I already don't want to
More
listen.
like Commodity Harris.
Oh, got her.
I don't want to
Got her.
I can't imagine. Can you imagine at least one term with her as vice president having to listen to her, and then she gets the 2 terms as president after that? Whew, I can't stand the sound of her voice.
I don't care what she sounds like as long as we start getting these jobs.
talking about that here because
She's not
also,
giving
If we're
anybody
gonna have-
the
jobs.
jobs
If
that are
Biden's so pro-labor, why don't we have a $15 an hour minimum wage?
They're working on it.
He's
Are they?
pro-labor. He's not a fucking
Yeah,
socialist.
They didn't want to
Come
put.
on.
They didn't want to push it in the last bill so that the Republicans wouldn't hold up all the payments that go out elsewhere. So we had to take care of that
The
immediately.
Republicans, though, if they want to fight on this, they could do it.
Yeah, but they didn't want to fight during the
They
last
gotta run
COVID
their
bill. They wanted to
immigrant-
get that through so they could start getting to work on their actual project.
They got to run their immigrant children penitentiaries, man.
Dude.
They're busy.
Yeah.
Obama started it.
Priorities.
We're taking it back. Trump gave it a bad name. These kid prisons, they were Obama tested, Biden approved. It's time we give them the good name they have.
necessary. I was in Oakland, the
They're
place
called
of my birth
fun
yesterday.
centers.
Look, we're not
looking
going
at
to
a
get rid
water
of the
treatment
cages, but
facility.
we will give them PlayStation.
And I was there
so
hanging out
it'll be
with
fair.
some of the building trades folks. They're doing an apprenticeship program there. The jobs to build up the water infrastructure that I was looking at yesterday, that's plumbers, that's pipe fitters, that's electricians.
Okay.
That's who's going to build back up our infrastructure.
This is all great news because people have been sitting at home on unemployment for the last year plus, and they don't want to go back to work. So we have to have a workforce worth going back to.
Sure.
These big government jobs, building up water structures, maybe get internet everywhere.
Yeah, that would be great. If we could get like fiber optic internet, everywhere, that would be amazing.
The way I see it right
I
now,
feel like wasn't there going to be internet everywhere like 5 years ago, and then that just sort of went away?
In the U.S.?
yeah, there was going to be, and then somebody showed up that was like, no, cut the costs. Let's cut the costs.
I mean, this happens in the States all the time. Where like, I remember one time there was Obama allocated federal funding for high-speed rail in various states. But for some reason, the governors got to decide what happened to the money. And the governor of Ohio, when I was living there, I think it was, what's-his-face, Kasich, who supported Biden, by the way, this time, used the money for something else. Like, they were supposed to have a train connecting all the big cities. Because Ohio has a bunch of, like, medium-sized cities. Like, 4, like, pretty big cities, but they're not over 1 million people. Well, Columbus is over 1 million people. That's the only one. But they were going to connect them all with a high-speed train that would only take, like a few hours between each city. And Kasich just kind of like squandered the money. This happens all the time.
Then he just bought a lot of candy with it instead.
Yeah,
probably.
There was what was it? Was it Eisenhower who built the freeways? Who built the freeways?
No, that was I think Eisenhower.
No. It was.
I'm pretty sure it was
Truman.
Hitler.
I think it was Harry Truman.
Might have been Truman. Yeah.
Pretty sure Truman started the interstate highway project. Let me look it up and we'll figure that out.
He was the one that dropped the bomb.
Truman was
Yes, it
40s
was.
into 50s.
I want to say it was Eisenhower. I'm gonna pick that as my final answer.
Okay.
So if we can create the highways back then, the interstate highways, it's time to start rebuilding the new infrastructure of the information superhighway, internet everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, let's build now. So next time we have to sit at home with a
you're
cough,
right.
we have high-speed
You're right.
Zoom calls.
It is Eisenhower.
Yes.
We're talking
Wait,
about
I
human
I don't have a
infrastructure.
lot of
Well,
good
Kamala,
things
what's
to say
that
about
about?
Biden's administration, though. But I will say public infrastructure projects are a very good way to like get out of a depression. That was one of the things that FDR did, and it was actually really
that was a big
big.
FDR
Yes,
thing.
of course.
Yeah.
And this is
So,
actual job
absolutely,
creation.
this is good.
This is the real job creation.
Yeah, and they're not making, as far as I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're not like hiring private companies like contracted to do this. The government's going to hire them directly and pay them directly.
I hope so, but either way, the private companies are going to have to hire people.
But then there's these weird like sweetheart deals where the workers end up getting screwed and the companies make all the money.
The private companies are going to
they're
get
for
this.
profit.
But I heard the private companies that are going to get it are going to be Biden's brother, Biden's son, China. So it's going to be fine.
This shouldn't be a for-profit thing. They should do it like the original New Deal, where they're hiring the workers directly. The government's not trying to profit off of it. The profit is that we get updated infrastructure and people go back to work and pay taxes and all that good
They
stuff.
should, yeah, but I don't know if we live in that America anymore. I would love for that America to come back.
Yeah, the profit is that your bridges don't
Well,
collapse.
do we know the details of the plan?
Well, we had the Green New Deal.
Well, that never, I mean...
But that was the
that's something totally
catalyst
different.
for what this is kind of building into. We're going to start feeding into some of the green things, and we're going to start feeding into infrastructure rebuilding. We're going to put the money back into America to put Americans back to work with good jobs and recreate, hopefully, a middle class that has been squeezed into non-existence over the last 30 years.
Well, I think that we tend to put the money into those things, but then we also let private companies just buy them and then sell them back to us at an inflated price. So
yeah, we're going to have to go for
I
the
don't see
throat.
why that's not going to happen.
We have to see what they can get done.
Right after Biden made his announcement, Amtrak was all hyped up about it, saying that, you know, if it happens, there will be, you know, national high-speed rail instead of... It's so funny. If you look at the trains they have in Europe, they look like they're from Europe and Japan and other parts of the world. They look like they're from outer space. You look at our trains, they look like they're from the 20th century.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They look like trains, and yeah, everywhere else they look like they're the future.
Right.
Doesn't France have like an electromagnet train that goes like over 300 miles an hour?
I rode a TVG train. I don't know how it ran, but it went about 300 miles an hour between Amsterdam and Paris, and then from Paris down to southern France. And it goes fast, yeah.
The American rail system is all subsidized by the government, and it's not a big money maker. So they're not going to pump money into getting the new trains here. They're going to keep the lines moving.
Yeah. It's more like the American getting railed system.
It needs to be updated.
Right?
It needs to make money to be updated, right?
I don't know.
If you've got children or elderly relatives, you can't go to work if you don't have somebody to help take care of them. That's called
her weird vocal fry.
human infrastructure.
Yeah, her fry at the end.
Your relatives. I thought she was tearing up.
And so that's about supporting the caregiving economy, supporting care workers, and making sure they also have the wages and benefits that should come from a hard day's work that should be appreciated for its value. So that's what we're up to. And I wanted to come and share with you all what's happening in D.C., all with an eye towards what you all do every day here in Chicago.
See, Boobry is giving the Swedish take on it. If it's a utility, it doesn't need profit.
Yeah, and if it's American, it does. That's the problem.
Well,
It
to be
definitely
fair,
does.
The internet is basically funded by public money in the first place, so I don't understand why we let all these companies screw us on it all the time.
But why we let them? It's called capitalism. Literally everything is screwing us, and it's down to a mathematical equation to see exactly how big, how fast, and how hard they can drive it into us, and then take it out for us to keep taking it.
You know, throughout my whole life, things that were publicly funded, like not-for-profit type stuff, ended up switching. Like when I was a kid, the garbage, like the people who collected the garbage were city workers. They work for the city, a non-profit city, but they had like pension plans and all sorts of cool shit. And then they invented the trucks that could pick up the garbage and dump them, and that shit all got privatized, you know, for-profit companies doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, it's a lot of getting around the unions, the city choosing to go with private rather than continue paying into the unions.
And the pensions,
pensions.
Well,
But
it's only privatized though while they're making money. As soon as they start losing money, then it becomes a public thing again.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to bail them out now.
Yep.
Yeah, it definitely needs to bail out now.
Yeah, I don't think. I think in of itself it could work if the federal government decided to subsidize it. I mean, they could make better train tracks and faster moving trains. The problem is how many people would ride it, which is I don't know.
Amtrak is already hugely subsidized.
Well, Amtrak would still be part of it.
Well, Amtrak.
Yeah.
Do they own most of the railway now?
I don't know if they own the railways. I don't know how it works specifically because they all use each other's railway. I'm not sure how that works. I'm not going to pretend to know.
Yeah, but it exists because the government is already putting a bunch of money into it. For them to put more money into it and overhaul it, they would almost have to take it off of Amtrak's hands. Like, hey, bankrupt yourself. We're going to stop subsidizing you.
I believe there's only one passenger train service in the United States. Everything else is either you like have a private train or it's all freight type stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people do ride private trains. Like there's rich people who own their own train and just kind of ride around the country. I've seen a few of them.
That's awesome. I want that.
I believe Michael Jackson used to do that too because he was afraid to fly.
Yeah.
And of course he's not going to ride Amtrak, so he owned his own train and would ride around on it.
Scott, you got a big floppy dick. Do you want to get one of those carts where like I push down one end, you push down the other, and we just travel across the country on a fucking push cart?
you had sold me halfway into that sentence. I'm completely in.
You guys gotta learn some songs.
Oh, dude, we'll make them up on the way.
Mockingbird, yeah.
That would be it'd be so cool. I wonder how hard that would actually be, and how far we could actually get
You guys
before
would be
I died.
ripped after,
we would be ripped. Yeah, I'd die first.
Yeah, I'd say we'd get like a solid 6 blocks.
I wanted to point this out, how much the governor of Mississippi looks like a fat Bill Gates.
Oh my God. He really does.
If Bill Gates put on like 30, 40 pounds, he would look like this.
This is Pizza Gates.
It's like Bill Gates halfway into fat suit makeup.
Yeah.
His chin is almost like just invisible. It's like almost just fat.
I ate a
down into
stack
his
of
collar.
pancakes this tall.
It's like Bill Gates and Mitch McConnell had a kid.
Kinda, yeah.
So I guess he made Confederate Heritage Month.
What?
It's not hate, it's history.
It's not really a heritage. It was an insurrection.
Tate Reeves declared April as Confederate Heritage
The
Month.
heritage is not wanting to give up slavery.
Right?
Yeah, like just because it's history does not mean that we have to celebrate it.
Yeah.
The first-year governor is following the practice of several of his Democratic and Republican predecessors, and his action is drawing criticism from the state's only African-American congressman. Could you imagine if you celebrated the day that you broke up with your ex instead of like an anniversary of your wife? You're like, I'm going to go out and celebrate the fact that you and I are no longer together. That's not healthy. Unnecessary, Democratic U.S. Rep. Benny Thompson wrote Monday on Twitter. The Mississippi chapter of Sons of Confederate Veterans recently posted Reeves' proclamation on its Facebook page. God bless the Confederate soldier, many of whom are buried in unmarked and unknown mass graves throughout the South, the group said in the post.
Good.
They lost.
May he or his sacrifices never be
these
forgotten.
dumb bitches know that they lost?
You know,
I've never seen losers celebrate their L's over and over again.
Now, Scott,
anything like the Confederates.
Scott, you have, Scott.
Believe that Trump won and is still in
You have
office.
seen them celebrate their losses like the Confederates, because like the Confederacy, the Confederate War, Confederacy, and MAGA and Trump, it lasted 4 years. And they weren't ready to give it up. And we'll be 200 years down the line, and MAGA will be like, he won 45 forever.
Oh man, do you think in like 100 years there's going to be like Capitol storming reenactments like the Civil War?
Oh my God!
I guarantee it.
That would be fucking awesome.
I guarantee
it.
it.
a lot of the higher ranking Confederates were given pardons later on. Like even Jefferson Davis, the president of the Confederacy, and Robert E. Lee, and a lot of them were like they maybe did a little bit of time and then they got out and it was like whatever.
And the ones that were really good at bioscience and human manipulation, they got to live as Americans.
You
amongst
heard the
us.
man, Ben. Bioscience.
Yeah.
In retrospect, maybe we shouldn't have just pardoned them all. Like, it seems like letting them get away without consequences has definitely fucked us.
They weren't allowed to hold
that followed.
They weren't allowed to hold public office ever again.
As a fellow Canadian, are you also angry we didn't have a civil war? We just plopped our rednecks in Alberta.
Jefferson Davis.
Yeah, that's true.
Jefferson Davis was like a senator before he, became the president of the government that was trying to overthrow the U.S. government. A lot of people say he's like Lincoln's long lost brother. They were kind of born around the same place too.
Huh?
That's interesting.
They kind of look, they look similar.
Yeah.
It's a similar look.
He looked hella Lincolnish. How tall is he?
I don't know.
Lincoln was 6'4", I think.
He's the tallest president, right?
Yeah, Lincoln was the tallest. Trump was the second tallest.
Yeah, if you believe his lies about his height.
Well, I'm pretty sure
you wouldn't you, Billy the Fridge?
No, I'm the tallest person in the fucking history of the world. I don't have to believe anything.
You're not, though.
Prove it.
You're the fourth tallest person in this stream.
Fight me. I'm taller than everybody here on my back, too.
Your IMDb disagrees.
My IMDb is
Are you
full
just
of
saying you have a
lies.
really fat back?
No, I'm saying if I lay on my back. If I lay on my back, I'm taller
Is your
than all you.
tallest point your back fat?
Yeah, what the hell?
It feels good.
He wasn't that tall. He was like 5'11".
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't necessarily matter.
Micro mini man Onision height. Psst.
Billy, you are 5'8", soaking wet.
Nope. Your girlfriend's soaking wet.
Nope.
Because she's listening to the podcast and my voice. Deal with it. God bless the Confederate soldier. Yeah, so...
this is trash. Like, we don't even need to read it to just say that this is dumb, right?
Look, do you want to honor the Confederates that fell? Do it. But we don't need a fucking month to do it. We don't need a day to do it. Take a moment. Be like, yeah, it's too bad those guys died. They were Americans. They fought for what they believed in and lost. Move on. Now move on.
They're allowed to just do that on their own time. Like,
that's the whole thing, yeah.
You don't need a statewide mandate.
You guys go out and interact or reenact all this stuff all the time. Like, isn't that good enough for your heritage?
Yeah, how much do you need?
Why does it need a whole month, too? I don't know. You know they're going to make Juneteenth a paid holiday in Washington?
Sick.
For everybody or just for...
I mean, for workers.
People of...
Yeah, like, I'm...
No, let's flesh out your idea, Billy. How would that work if it wasn't just for everybody?
All the white people would have to go do all the jobs of the non-white people while they got to walk around spitting on us. Is that fair?
That is fair.
That's fair.
I agree.
Washington legislature approves Juneteenth as a state holiday.
This is dumb.
Did we get the state dinosaur approved yet, Washington? That's the real question.
Let me see.
I hope it was Ankylosaurus, because if it's not, you're fucking up, because that's a cool dinosaur.
No, there's a dinosaur that was found, I think, on one of the Orcas Islands, San Juan Islands, maybe.
So the measure is making June 19th a paid day off for state workers. Okay, yeah. So it's for state workers. So... Okay. It's a paid, and then like if a private company decides to make it a company holiday, they can. But it's for like public employees.
So I'll still be able to go to Chipotle, probably.
Good. Yeah,
good.
That's not a state.
Yeah, you could probably still get.
That's
Chipotle
not a state-run institution.
Good.
Chipotle, a public service.
Right.
Damn.
How do you think? How do you think Rey Mysterio feels about Juneteenth stealing his thunder? Because like he had 619 first,
booyaka, booyaka.
And then Juneteenth came in and just ripped it away from him. If I was Rey Mysterio, I'd be mad. I'm just saying.
He's feuding with the New Day right now over it. It's not true.
Give it back.
It's not true.
Yeah, the New Day were just like 3 mid-carders that Vince McMahon didn't know what to do with, and he's like, "Oh, they're all black. Put them all together in one team."
He cracked the code. He does the time-honored tradition of either putting all the black guys together or making them fight each other.
Right,
but you take
what he does every time.
Well, he does that with nationalities too. Like if a bunch of people are all
Absolutely.
like Irish people, put Irish people together.
Oh, they're both Chinese.
Right.
He lucked out though, because like Big E is an amazing Haas talent, which Vince loves. Kofi's like just a solid wrestler that's been around for forever, and Xavier Woods is he's got a good mind for like getting over
Paige.
He's good at video games.
He's good at video games. He knows stuff. They killed it.
Big E's very memeable. Like I see memes of him all the time. Like the one of him shoveling the popcorn into his mouth.
He knows how
I
to
see
use
that
internet culture.
everywhere.
He's in tune with internet
Okay,
culture.
we're
All
gonna
of
move
them
on
are.
from the wrestling in a second, but I wanna say, why was Titus O'Neil put in the Hall of Fame?
Because he's done a lot for the community.
He's nice
For the
and does
community?
charity.
Yeah, he's
okay.
He's done a ton of stuff for charity in the community. He got Father of the Year for
I thought he got it because of his move when he slid under the ring.
That's
my God.
No, he's a great hand to have on deck.
Okay.
Now, before we move on from wrestling, though, we have to talk about the releases today.
Oh, I have no idea.
So a bunch of people got
They
released.
are cleaning the fuck house.
Samoa Joe, I think, was the most notable that got released.
From WWE?
Yeah.
Okay.
And all day today, Velveteen Dream's name was up on Twitter.
Oh my God.
And everybody was complaining about Velveteen Dream still having a job. I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God.
They released, I think they're up to 12 or 14 people they've released now. And
Really?
every single release announcement, everyone just jumps on it, like quote tweets it, and you're still employing Velveteen Dream. Every single one. It's great. But yes, for those who don't know, Velveteen Dream is literally a pedophile.
Oh my God.
Seems like the kind of person you want working for you.
For show.
So everyone, if you're not aware, last night on The Altered Perspective, we did a whole episode about Justin Emo Howling Wolf, and that
deep dive.
That is something else. That is a whole crazy world that it's weird that I know it exists. I kind of wish I didn't, but it was intriguing nonetheless.
Are we gonna have Justin Emo Howling Wolf versus Christine Weston Chandler, actual Mania?
I was thinking either we could do that or put him in part of the ladder match. And Scott is going to join us on Actual Mania. Actual Mania.
All right.
Scott's going to be there too. So you guys should sign up. Our Patreon link's down below. Sign up $5. You'll also get the DP Idol, which is 2 Fridays from now. So it's
I gotta get on that.
2 from now?
Yeah.
Isn't
Fridays?
Actual Mania 2 Fridays from now?
Well,
next
tomorrow
week is Idol.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah.
And then we have Friday the 23rd, which is DP Idol.
Okay.
And then the 30th we have Actual Mania. It's the last day of the month.
Yeah.
You should sign up. You've got a little while to sign up. It is about 2 weeks though.
But do it right now. Just shut up and do it right now.
Do it. We'll see. I mean, we still have to put together most of the card. It's going to be a larger than usual card. So
it's going to be a big boy.
Yes.
It's going to be chunky. It's going to be
it's going to be a
beautiful.
hefty chonker.
Yes.
All right. So we're going to move into the next segment in just a second here. We'll check out the Streamlabs. Did we get it? Yeah, we got a few. I remember.
We got some streamies. We got we already answered Northern Perspective's comment about moving all the rednecks to Alberta and not having a civil war.
Oh, yeah.
And
there's still time. We can still have a civil war in Canada.
Yeah.
I can start one.
I'm live streaming. Was that the only one?
No.
Oh.
Virtuoso said actually wars will be fought over electrolytes. Oh, nice reference.
Crave.
It's what plants crave. Red Scare says, I'm not okay with the vice president crying in a speech. Please grow some balls.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know if she really was about to cry or if that's just the way she speaks.
It's the way she's always spoke.
Or
they make
if she's
fun of it.
trying to appeal to like teen girls by doing that vocal fry.
Maya Rudolph does the same thing when she copies her on SNL. It's just a vocal inflection. We have to remember our other vice presidents before this. Like the only good one we had was Al Gore, who invented the internet. Everybody else was kind of trash.
How quickly we forget Dan Quayle and Spiro Agnew. The
Dan
two
Quayle,
best vice presidents
Dan
of all
Quayle
time.
couldn't spell potato. He ruined it for me.
I'll tell you what, Gerald Ford, he got to be both vice president and president and didn't win one election.
Never won.
Not only that, he was legally lower IQ than Forrest Gump.
Okay.
Yeah, the story of Gerald Ford is like the natural conclusion of Forrest Gump. Not only does he get to meet the president, he gets to be the president.
Red Scare said you can't hate your way into a hate-free society, but jokes are fine. Yes, we'll win by jokes.
Gerald Ford was a pretty good college football player. That was like his claim to fame before he got into politics.
Yeah. The Karen 12 gave us some big love. Thank you. And Mythic Templar said, always love to see that wrestler guy. Thank you.
You know where he was from, right?
Billy, I think he was talking about Scoot, not you.
Who? I thought he was talking about the Velveteen Dream.
He was...
I would love to see that wrestler guy.
We love Scoot.
He was a congressman in Michigan, Gerald Ford.
Michigan. Ooh.
Yeah.
Is he from the Ford family, Detroit Motors?
No, but that is kind of ironic, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Ford from Michigan. Yeah.
He was born in Omaha, but he grew up in Grand Rapids. And he went to the University of Michigan. Boo!
Go Wolverines!
Boo.
Wolverines for life! Yeah!
Boo.
I imagine running with the name Ford in Michigan is a natural advantage.
Probably helps.
Like, even if you're not related,
it wouldn't hurt, especially like in the 60s and 70s. It would hurt now because the car industry's dead.
Yeah. Who's the one? Oh man, no, not gonna work. I can't remember their name. I'm trying to remember their name.
And his vice president
Enzo Ferrari.
Yeah.
Are we doing car people?
His vice president was Nelson Rockefeller.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a good.
Who was literally there because he was rich.
Yeah.
He was pulling the
Isn't
puppet
that the
strings.
story
John-
of American politics, though?
John Rockefeller,
But Rockefeller's really rich.
adjusted for inflation, the original, like the main Rockefeller guy, the original one, John Rockefeller, like the oil guy, adjusted for inflation, I guess he's the richest person who's ever existed. As far as I understand.
He would have had the inflation equivalent of like $500 billion.
Yeah.
It's bonkers what he had. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But even when we look at like the richest people now, their actual valuation, if they took their money out and needed to access their money, a lot of these guys will only have like access to 10 billion because it's tied up in their companies.
Oh, no.
Their companies would fall apart.
Only 10 billion, you say? What are they going to do? Now I'm worried about their financial security.
Yeah, that's what makes Bill Gates so super rich, because over the years he's put his money into other things, so his overall value, he can liquidate and have way more than these other guys.
So John Rockefeller had $900 million in 1913.
Oh, dude, you know what I thought about John Rockefeller just now?
A billionaire at the turn of the century.
I wish he was my grandpa.
So they're estimating for inflation $418 billion.
Oh, did I fucking nail it? You're welcome.
Should have said 420. Can I just stop for a second and just say how awesome it would be if I was a Rockefeller? I'd have so much money and privilege. I could get away with all the stuff that I think about doing, but don't, because I'm poor.
It's true. I would love to be a Rockefeller or a DuPont and just be a fucking weirdo.
Oh, yeah. You could go around taking dumps in front of people and just laughing.
Yeah.
Didn't you do that for a living for many years already and still got away with it?
That's true. I am the working man's hero.
Blue collar Rockefeller. Blue collar live streaming Rockefeller.
That's true. I kind of am living the dream, aren't I? Never mind, guys. I'll take it back.
Never mind. I guess I'm nailing it.
This was him, John D. Rockefeller.
I want to see Daniel Day-Lewis play him in actuality. Just have like $420 billion in this day and age.
He's buried in Cleveland.
Oh.
I hear Cleveland rocks.
Rockefellers.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Did he found Rockefeller Records?
No.
Get down, baby. Get
that'd
down.
be hilarious.
He was obviously
You're crazy for this one, Sean.
he obviously was the inspiration for it.
Yes, his name was.
Of course.
Yeah.
But he spells it like Rockefeller, doesn't he?
Rockefeller, yeah. It was the hip hop way. The cool thing about
use the hard R.
The cool thing about rap is dropping the hard R on everything.
Anything?
Yeah. Wow. They tried to make a more urbanized hip hop version of that George Clooney show that came out.
Yeah.
What was it back in the 90s? It was the doctor show George Clooney was on.
E hard R.
Yeah, it was. They tried to make an urbanized version of that, but they just called it
All right.
instead of ER. That was a terrible joke that I made during the transition. I'm very proud.
Thank
I'm
you
very
to
proud
Jennifer
of it.
Robbins, $5.
Yes. Christopher Robbins and I walked along. Their branches lit up by the moon.
So I want to share the pain that we experienced last night with some of you. So,
well, I gotta get the lube.
You know, I want to play the other one first because here he is doing like I guess what he thinks is some. This is Justin Emo Howling Wolf, by the way. He thinks this is like a public service announcement.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever the case may be in your part of the world. I am Justin Emo Howling Wolf. I'm bringing you a very important message right now. I'm bringing a very important message.
What could it be?
Well, I tell you, I'm tired of all of these hate crimes against the homosexuals. So I went out and I found a straight guy and I made a sexual assault on him. But turns out he was gay, and I'm going to prison.
Turns out he was gay.
I'm going to prison.
So attention, Verizon customers, listen to this video. This is important. Verizon Wireless recalls 2.5 million ELLIPS IS jetpacks. I can't pronounce that name.
Was he trying
And
to
I
get to
will
spell ellipsis?
Yes. It's like who in actuality is going to just stumble upon this video that happens to have this exact device and is like, wow, thank you, Justin Emo Howling Wolf.
Oh shit, I'm glad I watched this.
I was already having a hard enough time following and understanding what the hell he's talking about before he starts spelling things.
Before the spelling.
Screenshot that way, you. Right here.
Right here.
That jetpack that you see on the screen has been recalled by Verizon.
Okay.
Because the batteries have been starting fires, people. And the batteries have been erupting. I'll use the word erupting instead of the EXPs, etc.
The funny thing is that this guy, like, he's all careful about what he says, but then there's all these videos of him, like...
But then there's other times when he's not so...
and he pulls out his junk.
Why is he being careful about the word explode?
We had this 70-year-old woman in the chat last night that said she was his co-host, and he got her to give him money because she felt bad for him. He said he was like, he needed his refrigerator fixed or else his food was going to go bad and he didn't have any food.
I do the refrigerator food scam to old women all the time.
But she was his co-host and she's like 71, and she also said he would like pull his dick out like to like fuck with her and stuff. I don't know. He's something.
You ever remember the stories of that guy Cavacho from Battle Cam?
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Cavacho lived with like a 70-something-year-old woman named Sue, and they had sex and stuff in exchange for him living with her. It was Very questionable behavior.
And that guy eats cat poop.
Yeah, dead cat skulls and dried cat poop. He's sick.
You know, Google's algorithm, they don't like certain words.
Algorithm.
So,
And the ELLIPSIS and the algorithm.
This word.
So basically, the batteries are malfunctioning, and these things are starting fires. Yes, they are. So,
Yes, they are.
and Emo has one of these, and I'm not going to tell you which model Emo has. And Emo's already been on the phone with the proper authorities to have Emo's.
Could you imagine having to take that call? Like I've worked in customer service before.
Could you imagine speaking about yourself in third person?
Yes.
I hate it.
Device replaced. But I can say this without a doubt that they have recalled this. So if you have one of these, contact Verizon and you need to send it back. That's all you can do at this point. They're made by Franklin Wireless. That's the company who makes them. And there's an issue where the batteries are erupting, starting fires, which can cause a fire hazard, burn hazards. Or
Okay, so
Thank you for saving us, Emo Howling Wolf.
he makes a 4.5 minute video about this.
Very important.
So this video gets a little different.
Uh-oh.
Yep, this is a response to an email I got again. You know what, Andrew? You're a loser. And I meant what I said. I am going to come to Oklahoma one of these days, and I am going to take you out.
For dinner?
He threatens to kill people all the time.
Oh.
All the time.
Yeah,
He won't say the word explode on here, but he will threaten to kill people.
Right.
Yeah, there's you'll notice a few minor inconsistencies as we go on.
That's not a threat, that's a promise. And that what I said, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Could you imagine being so stupid that you think saying that's not a threat, it's a promise, is any less of a threat?
It's a better threat.
Yeah,
it's a guaranteed threat.
Yeah, like you're making online threats. I'm surprised that you exist in this world any longer. God forbid you say something about getting the VA synated word, but I won't say publicly because I can't spell ellipsis.
When people
vagina asshole synated.
Thank you.
When people troll him about his diapers, he freaks out. It's
My
hilarious.
diapers are conditioned.
Ben, people are making false accusations. They say that he is sitting there with shit in his diaper, which is not true because as soon as he shits in his diaper, he goes and changes it. Let's be very clear about that, Ben.
Dude, I know so many people that didn't go and change their diapers. They sat in them. It's not good culture. People do sit in their diapers. It's icky.
It is not good culture.
It's not good culture.
So again,
Look at the picture he has.
The icon. The icon bums me out so much.
It's kind of.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it with every fiber.
He's into baby furry diaper stuff.
I didn't notice it till you
Emo,
said
that's
that.
because
fuck.
you are an
sorry.
asshole.
I wish that I hadn't.
I know. There's no coming back from it.
I'm just going to play this and then we'll move on from Emo Howling Wolf.
Yep, here we go with the smart remarks in the back comment.
Someone's trolling him about his diapers.
In the back room. See, I'm not even going to ban them. They're sitting in the back room. I'm not even going to ban them.
He's obviously
not
wasted.
Even gonna, read their comment.
Yeah.
And they think they're funny coming in with a name called Shit Your Diaper.
They're funny. That is funny. That is funny.
Good name.
You know, they think they're funny, but they're pathetic.
Pathetic.
Yeah, whatever. Not even paying attention to you, dude.
I mean, you
Is
did
that all
just
you
make
got,
a video
dude?
about him, so...
Seems like you're
Is that
paying
all you
attention a
got?
little bit.
Yeah, if this is him not paying attention, I want to see what it's like if he is paying attention.
You should see when you have his attention. It's crazy.
Yeah. Does he cup the balls? Is that the next level of
Oh, yeah.
attention?
He's got a husband that hates all of his crazy online freakouts, and sometimes you can hear him in the background. Here we go.
No, I got more. Hey.
Yeah, because you're a pathetic asshole. That's what you are. You're a pathetic fucking loser.
In my 40s.
You're a fucking pathetic fucking maggot. That's what you are. A pathetic fucking maggot. Yeah, you think it's funny, but wait until you're an old fucking fart and you got a shit in your diapers, asshole, and some fucking 20-year-old makes fun of you.
What's odd here is he's making this false equivalency because he's saying to the guy, wait until you have to wear diapers, then we'll see how you like it, implying that the equivalency would be that if he had to wear diapers and people are making fun of him for it, but he doesn't. He does it as a fetish. And people are making fun of him for it. And then his response is, wait until you're in your 80s, 90s, and have to. I'm like, well, that's not the same, friend.
Do you think that maybe he does have to wear diapers, but he started fetishizing it to bring some of the power back from being emasculated, from losing your anal control?
Interesting. He's taking it back.
Some people actually do have that.
All is forgiven.
Because when we were watching the diaper couple, the diaper married couple, the diaper guy said that he was taking it back. He was taking back his diaper use and making it a fun thing because he started having to use diapers in public, and it empowered him to feel comfortable about
Sunday.
it. Yeah, I never really wanted Sunday. Like, there was always that adage where like they could beat you on any given day twice on Sunday, and like I just take Sundays off, save getting beaten twice.
Faggot 20-year-old makes fun of you. I hope you enjoy it.
When's she gonna fucking go fight Gary? When's that gonna happen? Hey,
April 17th, asshole. April 17th.
Wow, 2 days.
It's supposed to be March, though.
There tickets I can get for this?
I couldn't help it that Mike had to work, asshole. Mike's job comes first. The finances of this fucking family come first.
By the way, he spits when he talks the entire time.
He's the wettest talker in the world.
Or Gary.
He's probably the one that spread COVID everywhere.
I think he's patient zero.
I think he had to go buy more diapers. That's what I think happened.
You know what? You're a fucking loser. Get the fuck out of here. Because you are the true word of a F-A-G. God! See, I didn't say it together, so now you can't flag me.
You taught us a
Fuck you, maggot. You think you're fucking funny, making fun of the fucking disabled. You think you're fucking funny, but you know what? You're a loser! A loser!
Could you imagine being like so... what I'm going to say might come off as a little ableist. But if you are disabled, okay, and I'm making fun of you, I'm treating you equally. Because I make fun of people who aren't disabled as well. I'm not targeting you because you're disabled. I'm targeting you because you're a freaking weirdo that's got poopy diaper. And that's I think that's okay.
It would be ableist not to make fun.
That's how I think of it.
The other thing and the other thing I said yesterday was, I mean, look, there are people with there are people with serious mental illnesses out there, and that's a shame. But it's the case. But a lot of those people are able to avoid ridicule by not constantly live streaming and acting like assholes.
Yeah.
That's kind of the key.
Yeah.
I would have to think that if I had to, for whatever reason, wear diapers and shit myself, I might not tell the internet that. I could just, like, leave that one to myself.
Interesting strategy. I like where your head's at.
Mental illness is a travesty. Okay, well, we could all admit mental illness is a travesty, but the
would you call it a travesty, a sham, and a mockery?
A sham
mockery.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's a travesty, a sham, all that good stuff. But the real travesty would be not making fun of these people when they parade it around online and make them think that they can just be crazy out in public with no recourse.
Yeah, no, you got to slam that shit down.
Yeah, you have to treat them the way that you would want to be treated. And if I was acting like a freaking idiot online, I would expect y'all to tell me. I would also expect y'all to.
If?
What do you mean?
Yeah, why is this being treated as a hypothetical?
What do you mean?
A scumbag! A loser!
Is he doing a coom? Like his breathing pattern.
He might be doing a
coom.
He's a coomer.
It's either a coom or a poopy.
Yeah, he's working one out.
Jesus Christ.
He gets distracted.
For the love of God. He's a fucking loser. He's a fucking loser.
No.
And now we just go space enter, 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 and the fucking super chat disappears. There it is.
Disappears?
It's gone. Enter, enter,
Super chat
enter,
disappears.
enter,
Super
enter,
chat
enter,
disappears.
enter, gone. Okay, there we go. Now it's fucking gone.
Now we know the rhythm of his sexual stroke.
Look at this fucking shit. Because it's scrolled right off the fucking page now.
He's probably the bottom, right? He's probably getting. That's why he wears the diaper.
Maybe
he gets doled out all the time with a bunch of bananas.
I'm thinking, yeah. I don't see him. I don't see him running things in the bedroom.
When they text me,
I don't see him calling the shots.
You know, that little fucking FAG, he's gonna be wearing diapers someday. And I hope somebody makes fun of him shitting in his fucking diaper. And then I hope somebody rubs his fucking face in a fucking shitty diaper.
Does someone rub his face in a diaper?
I don't think so.
Loser! Maggot! Maggot with an F!
What the hell is a magfoot?
Part of the fucking June gang fucking, yeah, he's one of those members of the asshole, no, the fucking asshole Goon Gang Association.
The Federation of Asshole Gamers?
The fucking asshole Doom Gang Association?
I think so.
I didn't say it right.
I like that he very quickly corrected himself. He was about to call him an asshole, and then he was like, fucking asshole.
The fucking asshole goon gang of trolls. That's what he is.
The fucking definitely improves it, for sure.
Asshole.
It's like adding a little salt and pepper to your meal.
A troll.
Yeah, a little sauce on there.
That's what he will always be. A fucking loser and a fucking piece of shit. And that's my opinion, and I have every fucking right to say it. Loser!
Now, if only you could say you don't shit yourself.
You're an F-God.
Ideally.
I love this suggestion. This guy needs to go out on a date with Dumpster Bob.
Scumbag! That's what you are.
That's a team up.
You think you're fucking funny. You pathetic little fucking maggot. You're a pathetic little fucking maggot. That's what you are. You're the fucking maggots that eat my shitty diapers. That's what you are!
That one was kind of a cell phone.
Oh, those are the best owns,
He has
though.
a few of those.
The best onages are when you cell phone in the middle of it. Because how are people going to react to that? Like, they know that you're already putting yourself down. They can't put you down any further. They just have to come down with you if they want to continue playing. They want to writhe around your shit like the maggots.
It's so weird that he's like, in this video, he's so careful about maggot. Because we watched other videos yesterday where he is just F-blasting nonstop for like 10 straight minutes.
He probably got his channel shut down.
I believe he did, actually.
Yeah, it's like, a dog will crap on the carpet until you smack his little booty once or twice, and then he'll start crapping on the linoleum or the newspaper or whatever you want to crap
in
on.
his diaper.
Yeah, on his diaper. The doggy diaper? The little wolf diaper?
I hate it. Now, I imagine there's a few people watching who have now heard this guy and have heard his name, Justin Emo Howling Wolf. And I think they might be surprised what he looks like based on his name. I don't know if we can pull up a picture and see if the carpet matches the drapes.
Yeah, when I get my tech guy back in, I'll have him pull it up.
All right, we'll get the tech guy on it. But yeah, he doesn't look like most of his name is emo howling wolf. I'll say that.
You
may be surprised.
Knowing what he looks like, Scott, what would you name him?
Which of the words am I allowed to say on the show? Almost none of them. We'll keep Justin, and then then it's just a series of slurs after that. Like gay slur, Jewish slur. Like there's so many options.
Yeah, emo.
But
Howling
Ben, I
Wolf.
was can we get a picture of Mr. Howling Wolf up to
A lot of the
see how
audience
much
doesn't
he
know what he
matches
looks
his
like.
name?
All right.
There's a lot of people in the audience right now who want to know what.
They don't know what he
Justin
looks
Emo-
like?
No, they don't.
Oh God.
Yeah,
There'll be some people who
very
don't
surprised.
know, and I think they might be surprised what a guy with emo Howling Wolf in his name looks like.
Yeah.
And no stabby hugs in the fan chat. I do not just have an anti-dog bias, except I totally do. Fuck dogs. Cats rule. Dogs can go to hell.
Bobcats are the best cat.
Ben, I'll do it. We can do this again, Ben. We can do this all day. You're out of your element. You don't know what you're talking about.
I know what I'm
you
talking
did not
about.
make the big cat tier list. Bobcats have a stupid stubby tail. They're C rank at best.
I made the big cat tier list.
Look,
was it
I
just
think
me at S rank at the end?
No.
we can all agree that King of the Jungle is the line.
Lions were D, by the way. Lions
And by the
are
way,
trash.
why do they call him the king of the jungle? Don't they live out in like the African prairies and stuff like that?
Some wires got crossed on that. They live in the savannah.
That's not where they live.
Someone really
That's
fucked
where they
that
go
up.
haunting. They haunt in the savannah.
There's no jungle though.
The savannah lions go haunting. They get the gazelles.
They do what in the savannah?
They haunt. They go out haunting.
They haunt.
They don't live in the
Ghost
jungle.
cats.
They go out
You know,
into the
like that Michael
savannas
Douglas
and
movie, The
haunt.
Ghost in the Darkness. That was about lions.
At night, they go haunting.
There he is.
Haunting.
I Justin Emo Howling Wolf, yeah. I'm a homosexual
So, you know,
man that lives in a
he's
pile
really
of
got-
garbage.
He's really got the emo aesthetic. I think we can all agree. From the leather clothing to the eyeliner to the jewelry, it all screams emo to me.
He's basically a
Would you
member
guys
of My
agree?
Chemical Romance.
Dude, he is on the outside what real emos feel like on the inside.
Oh, this is real emo.
Yeah, this is real emo. He's the avatar of emo, the incarnation
what,
of
though?
emo.
He did have a different stuff. There's a picture of him that I found from when he was younger. See what he used to look like?
Oh my
That's
God.
closer. That's
I don't know
closer.
if that's better though.
He
No.
looks like
I don't know
punk
if
rock
it's
punk rock Vince Nicotra.
This is what he looks like. He's standing up. He did a cover of "Achy Breaky Heart."
Oh, he's definitely a
bummer.
bottom. He's built like a bottom. He's built like
a bottom, for
He's
sure.
built like an apple waiting to be cored.
Also, someone said he was 4'11", which I really hope is true.
There's no world where he's taller than 4'11". Not even on IMDb where they lie about height.
This picture.
No,
does.
IMDb is shockingly accurate.
Can we get your height? Can we measure your height shoeless to see how tall you are
ooh.
without shoes on?
Got to take those lifts off.
Yeah,
I want to see if my height is correct on IMDb. Do I even have my height? Does everyone have their height listed on IMDb? Is that a thing?
I don't think so. Do they? Do they?
Somebody hacked my height. It should say
No,
6'3".
My height is. Oh yeah, yes I do. My height is listed and it is accurate.
What's it say?
6 feet and 1/2 inches, or 1.84 meters. Exactly how tall I am. So yours must be accurate as well.
Nope.
It must be.
Nope. I got attacked, and you guys are feeding into the attacks. You're part of the problem. Stop Billy the Fridge hate now.
No, but see, it can't be an attack because I tried to submit a height correction for you, and they denied it. So clearly, they have some evidence.
They're
that
like,
shows
no,
I
this
signed
has
up-
been verified.
They know what the
Please
right
do
answer
not
I
submit
signed up for
corrections.
IMDb Pro to get my own height fixed. It was like $150 a year to sign up.
So Scott, Billy's taller than you?
Yeah. I don't think so. Well,
You're
not according
genius.
to IMDb.
Honesty,
so I would say no.
speaks first. I love you. Look, if anybody wants to know how tall I am, just come over, drop to your fucking knees, and slurp me off. You psychos. I don't care. I'm tall as hell.
Is the reason they do it is because they see how insecure you are about it.
I'm not insecure. I'm the tallest man I know.
Definitely insecure about it.
God, no.
So if they were to drop to their knees and slurp you off, they'd be slurping off what? Like your face?
No, you know. They're tiny little people that would talk down on a giant like myself. And it's okay. I understand not everybody can live up to what it's like to be young Bill Fridge. But if I were you, I would just, try to be better. That's all.
I don't think you would.
Who, me? I don't. Why would I try to be better? I'm already me. I'm kind of maxing out the stats, right?
You would just try to be better if you weren't you.
Yeah, if this was like a video game character, they'd be like, "Oh, it's cheats. He's got 99 points. He's cheats." He just gave himself minus 1 point in the humility humble category.
Check this.
You know these stats go up to
Chewing out the
1,000
waitress
though, right?
for stuff that's not even her fault.
No.
Right? You say, well, what if the waiter's a sodomite? Look, don't use a sodomite waiter. If I'm seated in a section with a sodomite, I just say I would like to be reseated in another section. And if they say why, I just say, well, it's my business.
That guy that has the lazy boy is like the best seat there by far.
Oh, that's a sick seat. I want that seat. Because I go to a lot of meetings like this, and I never get that seat.
Yeah, no, that seat's awesome.
Oh, the best.
All right, folks, you know what they're going to do? They're just going to put you in another section. Or what I typically do is, if I walk into a restaurant and I see that one of the waiters is a flaming sodomite, I just walk up and I preempt it. Because I don't want to, I want to try to live at peace with all men. I preempt it by walking up to the hostess and say, hey, be sure to seat me in his section. That's my normal waiter. Now, when I say that's my normal waiter, they think I mean that that's usually who my waiter is. But I mean, no, that's my normal waiter.
Oh, I get it. The not sodomite waiter.
Yeah.
Yes, this guy is 1,000% gay, right? We can all agree?
See, yeah. I would think that he had some sort of proclivities that he's holding back, except he has none of the good qualities of being gay at all. He's like, everything about him is just,
that's why he's pissed.
Yeah, he's like broken gay.
Or waitress, maybe there's a lady that looks like, hey, that's my normal waitress, as opposed to Mr. Abnormal over here.
This guy
flaming
also
sodomite.
looks like he's 4'11".
Because that's a good way to
this guy
ruin
does
your
look short.
appetite, folks. Being around
I love
some flaming homo.
the GI Juggalo in the front row here. I'm looking at the crowd. I just like looking at the crowd of people, the people that come to this shit.
It's crazy that there's this many of them.
It's not really though. Like that's the problem with church is that it church and cults and hate groups, all these things, they find people who don't have.
This is all of those things.
Yeah. They find people who don't have a reason to be, a sense of self, and they fill that vacancy with their well, you can be you and hate on other people. That'll fulfill your emptiness. Is fill it with the hatred of others.
Church cult hate group, kind of like Westboro.
Yeah, poor Westboro. The thing about them was that they were getting indoctrinated into it as kids. Like their whole thing that was like they live on a compound in Oklahoma and Kansas, in Topeka, Kansas. Yeah, and there's this. It's like a block, a radius block with the church on one corner and all these houses that they bought up around the block. And these kids are raised into it.
Though, right? There's like one that's like painted like a rainbow. That's like across
that's the one
street,
right across the street from the church. Yeah. And they use that now as an escape house for the kids that want to leave. They're welcome to go over there, and they like the same way.
It's literally a cult.
Yeah.
This gets up there too, though. And there's some hilarious videos of him getting arrested. There's like him giving a cop a hard time trying to do the like, "Am I free to go or am I being detained?" And they just like broke his window.
Of course,
and they tasered him too.
It's good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
Nothing
amen?
would make me happier than to see him tasered.
So anyway,
He's a Holocaust denier too.
Back to Westboro. Back to Westboro for 1 sec, because you've had dealings with them, Billy. So maybe you know. I've always found like their deal is fascinating. So like they protest the funerals of dead soldiers
and children and other
they're
stuff.
Not. Yeah. Okay. But like they're not mad at those dead soldiers, but at the funerals of dead soldiers, they hold up signs like "God hates F slurs," because so the reasoning is that gay people made God angry, so he killed random unrelated soldiers. That's the lines of logic.
I think that's the public reasoning. I really
think it's the attention.
I don't even know if it's the attention. I really think it's all a scam. If you look at
the lawsuits,
if you look at Fred Phelps, right? That's the dad.
Yeah.
In the
He's deceased,
'70s, in the '70s, he was a lawyer for the ACLU, American Civil Liberties Union. He fought for civil rights. He fought for civil rights, and realized in the early '90s there was protest and. They would sue the police department and the cities who countered their protest. So they would go out and they would protest. They would piss off the police. They would piss off the locals. The police would intervene and keep them from protesting. And they would sue the cities and they would win and they would make tons of money. It's like a family full of lawyers that just concern trolls people's funerals.
All the adults are lawyers.
Yeah, it's sick.
You know, there's a group though that there's a motorcycle group that likes to go around and just rev their bikes so they drown them out the whole time so you can't hear a damn thing they're saying, and I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Joe and I were butt naked on the front doorstep of their church.
Yeah.
Look, if somebody's good enough to bring me my food and to wait, then they're good enough for me to give them a reasonable tip, a decent tip, or better yet, how about a generous tip, right? So that we can actually be a blessing to that person and help them out and not be a drain on, especially if you're going to leave a gospel tract. Give a Jew tip and a Christian gospel tract.
Oh, yeah. He's anti-Semite.
That's not going to work.
This guy now.
Yeah, the cool thing about this guy is that he doesn't even fit in his suit.
No, it looks big on him.
No, the cool thing about this guy is definitely nothing.
He looks like the kid in Big after he turned back into the kid after Tom Hanks sunk.
Exactly who runs California? The fucking mafia. For all you motherfuckers.
When I think mafia, if you said mafia to me and then tell me to name one state, gotta be California. California #1, Montana #2.
How is California communist like he says if it's run by an international crime syndicate?
Well, everyone knows the mafia are secret communists who are run by the Muslims.
Oh yes, of course.
They ain't figured that out yet and woke up to the fact. And to Nancy Pelosi, her bullshit husband, and her faggot ass son, I say, fuck you, motherfuckers. Fuck you.
What did her son do?
You are the biggest pieces of
he
fucking
knows what he
shit.
did.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious here. He said that her son was gay, and then immediately afterwards, propositioned him for sex. He said,
definitely. I'm sure the butthole challenge came up
to her
pretty
gay
quickly.
son, I want to fuck you. That's exactly what he said. He fingers up.
Yeah,
he was ready.
Fucking face.
You know what? You know what I don't love? The dead-eyed stare he gives straight to the camera between his thoughts when he has that pause. It's very unsettling. It's like he's coming to get me.
Oh, that's exactly how he gets the majority of his lady friends, though. He looks right into their eyes. He tells them very clearly, "I'm going to have you, and you can either submit or suffer." And
because he says something insane and then just sits there silent and emotionless and motionless for like 8 seconds and then on to next crazy thing.
Yeah.
But those 8 seconds, they're tough. They're really tough.
Trumpster Bob is actually successful 0.4% of the time, but he continues shooting his shots so often that he sees a level of success that most people would never see because they try, they fail, and they don't try again. He just
you take
machine guns through it.
120,000 shots.
Yeah,
you might make one.
Yeah.
I don't know. He still just looks like a character from Final Fantasy IV to me. I can't not see that.
When I talk about worm dirt, I'm talking about, where a fucking fisherman is breeding worms in a fucking wooden box full of dirt, right?
Okay, where's this go?
You motherfuckers are below that. You're beneath that. You're like a fucking pile of shit at the pinnacle of being under a pile of fucking shit.
Wait, the
Like a
pinnacle
mountain
of
of
being
fuck-
under a pile of shit.
I think it would be more a nadir than a pinnacle, Bob.
Fucking shit.
I don't think he knows what a pinnacle is.
You're like the worst, stinkiest piece of shit underneath the fucking pile. That's what I think about Nancy Pelosi, her saggy ass boobs, and their entire fucking piece of shit family.
Can we do a Kickstarter? Can we get a Kickstarter to get Trumpster Bob, Emo Howling Wolf, Von Helden, and Brett Keane to sit down at a dinner table together, and we'll just videotape them eating, gumming their
I'm out
steaks?
with the last one.
No Brett
No.
Keane. Do we just
Really,
have
you draw the line at Brett.
Yeah.
And the other three are okay. All right.
Who do we put at the table other than Brett?
Trumpster Bob is
Nobody.
actually like fun when he's high, not when he's drunk.
All right, we'll do dinner for
Yeah.
3. We'll do Trumpster Bob, we'll do Von Helton, and we'll do Emo Howling Wolf. We'll give them like a 7-course
dinner
meal.
for schmucks.
It's gonna be like my dinner with Andre.
For ruining the lives of
Now,
all
Billy,
those homeless
Billy
mother-
or Ben, or anyone, when you first heard of that movie, did you think it was Andre the Giant? Because I thought it was Andre the Giant.
Oh yeah, I did.
And then I was sorely disappointed that it was
I don't know.
Wallace Shawn.
The first
not sure
time
what
that
it
I
is.
ever heard of that movie was actually on an episode of Community.
Yeah.
And that was
It
just
was
hilarious.
I was a little heartbroken to figure out it was the other guy from the Princess Diary.
I know, it's someone else from Princess Bride. Yeah.
from Princess Bride. But did you know what's even more shocking than that? That's a trauma film.
Oh, it's not.
If you look at the credits, it was one of the first films that Trauma produced.
Do you mean Trauma?
Do you mean Trauma?
Trauma,
like
yeah.
Lloyd Kaufman?
Yes.
I don't believe you.
I'm
Are you talking
telling
about
you.
the
mad that
Princess
I'm
Bride?
even looking
No,
it
not
up.
Princess Bride. My Dinner with Andre. One of the most critically acclaimed films of all time.
Okay, I believe that more.
Yeah,
Okay.
we thought
That one I'll
the way
look
you
up and
said
not
it,
feel
it sounded
bad.
like you were saying Princess
You
Bride.
guys moved on from Dinner from Andre. I hadn't. I was still stuck on Dinner
Oh, it's
from
our
Andre.
fault. Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, who was wrong here? I can only take so much blame every episode.
I'm not even going to get into it. It's ridiculous.
They got no bragging rights in California. None. As long as they got that percentage of fucking homeless in California that they do now, or even 1% of that shit, they got no fucking bragging rights. They're not doing any
That's
good for
actually
the
a fair
American people.
point. Like, if 1% of your population is homeless, you should not be bragging about shit. Now, I don't know if that's actually their percent, but like, yeah, you shouldn't be bragging if you have people living in the street.
Yeah. Dinner with Andre.
But like, you shouldn't be bragging ever. Nobody should be bragging. If you're doing well enough to brag, you should shut the fuck up and be happy. Bragging
Yeah.
is stupid.
Yeah, like no good can come from it because someone's just going to like find some other shit. So
Yeah.
like just stay in your lane and try to be good.
Look at damn Kamala Harris. She's vice president of the frickin' United States. She's still the second most powerful woman in the United States. She's still trailing to Oprah. God forbid one of the Walton sisters start a YouTube channel.
There's different degrees of power, and in some ways Oprah might have one over, but there's other ways Kamala easily has more power.
Does
Yes.
Oprah get the final vote in the Senate? I think she does, right?
She does, yes.
Yeah, and there's other stuff too.
Yeah.
Oprah also has the nuclear codes.
No.
Look
That's
under
true.
your
She
chairs.
has
It's
the football.
nuclear codes.
Under your chairs.
Uh,
There's
You
the
get to nuke.
vaccine.
You get to nuke. You get to nuke.
Oh, here's. I hate how Right Wing
Boom, boom,
Watch
boom.
puts these disclaimers at the beginnings of their videos now.
It's
That
good.
cop killed a guy, shot a guy thinking she. By the way, I could go on that one. Can I say this?
Say it.
Right Wing Watch, you listening?
Say it.
Anybody, you can give me a thumbs up here. Anybody wants to? Just because a bunch of us agree with it doesn't make it right, though. But can I tell you something? Sorry, Reggie. A woman's got no business being a cop. A woman's got no business being a cop.
I said it.
Now, there's a place for a woman in law enforcement, but it is not.
It's being the court recorder.
Look.
Look, a woman is just as easy, or she can murder somebody just as easily as a man. All right, so she's really good at being a cop. I'm sure.
There's a place.
Yeah, with the weapons they have now, gender doesn't really matter.
There's a place for women in law enforcement, all right? Us men need our coffee.
Up at my house and
There's a
arresting
place.
some
It's
burly
called Prison Cook.
6'5", 285 pound. That is not a woman's job. How did we ever get to the point where we think that is normal for a woman to do that? Why? Because that's perverted. See,
It's
Perversion of
perverted. Do you
male-female
realize
roles.
how little exertion most cops do on a daily basis?
And
There's
there are male cops that size too.
yeah.
I mean,
Dude, I love how this guy is like totally skipping over the how did we get to the point where it's okay for like police to just shoot citizens, and then it's like no,
Just
no, it's
murder.
only wrong because it's a woman that's doing it. Like fuck.
Men and
I'm
women
confused about the angle here. So the disclaimer at the beginning said it was to like expose bad things about the far right.
Yeah.
But so like what's this guy's position? Because the whole crucifix, baseball hat, and women shouldn't be cops thing doesn't seem like the most left-wing stance to be
Oh
coming
no, they're not speaking. They're not speaking. He's not speaking for them. They're showing his clip on their site.
They show
saying they don't agree with it.
Oh,
They're using it.
Okay, I thought
Yeah.
this was like the guy exposing the extreme right. I'm like, he's doing a bad job.
No, yeah. Right Wing Watch for years has always just uploaded right wing people saying disgusting and ridiculous and stupid stuff.
I thought this was right wing watch. I'm like, it's more just like right wing than right wing watch.
It's very confusing. They got the website after David Duke's Rolex business went out. Went
course.
under.
Yeah.
So they swooped in on
equal,
that.
but they're not equal. Come on, stop saying that. The men and women aren't equal. Why have we bought that lie? Why do we promote that lie?
Yeah,
Why do you say, well,
men and women aren't equal. So it doesn't mean that the woman can't be a fucking cop, you doofus.
Women deserve equal. No, listen, I'm just telling you. A man can cook, but it's a woman's job. Sorry.
Yeah, a man can cook.
That was the whole thing. My man.
Sorry.
I think Gordon Ramsay might have something to say about that.
This guy is this guy has been given to me a few times in the content suggestions. I guess he's really creepy. Let's see.
Skippy.
Hi, Skippy. I was
This
gonna say,
is
the
my-
exact frame you were paused on, it looked like he had no teeth.
Yeah.
Maybe if you go to 0.
All right.
He had fish
Hi, I'm
mouth.
Skippy.
There it is.
And this is my. You know what? I'll let her introduce herself. I do know her name though.
I'm Taylor, but that might be his cover for forgetting my name.
No, I totally did not forget your name.
Whatever. Okay.
I don't like this
Let's
guy.
go back a little bit. So,
I'm just gonna wait until Billy puts his headphones back on before we continue.
Billy, you have to hear it.
There's so much.
Come on back. Come on back, baby.
It's not like this is a one-time. He does this repeatedly.
we've known each
Come on,
other.
You gotta come back.
About we met a week ago today.
How the hell did he talk her into getting into a car with him?
And we went to this Halloween dance, and we danced, and
He asked me to dance twice. 2 times.
2 1/3.
2 1/3.
Friend Taylor with a T, right?
With a T, yes.
Taylor with a T. And Taylor likes politics.
Correct.
And she also likes music.
Very much.
Quite a bit.
She
when I
also
showed
likes being choked.
up at the place, I'm like, okay, so I've got this kind of fun idea. We've got letter, color, number date, which is where you pick a letter, color, or number, and then you, and then whatever you pick is what you do the rest of the day. Well,
That was a terrible explanation, but it was kind of cool.
why don't you? You want to do this? I mean, no, and I mean that sincerely.
Why don't you
and I mean
shut
that
up?
sincerely.
He's
I mean,
on
that's
a date right now.
Why
so,
is she
that's
going
what
on
the
a date
context
with
is.
him?
We know why.
Yeah, I'm
Does he have
sorry. You know
money?
what? I look. I hate to victim blame, but once again, we find ourselves in Scott's victim blaming corner, where she has met this guy more than once and is willingly in a car with him currently.
Yep.
At what point is it her fault?
She already told us why she's on a date with him. She said he asked her twice to dance. He said 2 1/3 times. It's persistence. The same thing with Trumpster Bob. You just keep going until somebody says yes. She was tired of saying no, so she said yes, and now she's just waiting for the other shoe to drop, and she'll wake up in somebody's basement. and yeah, at best it'll be that. At worst, he'll be like, would you rather put him in the friend zone and have him? He's not the friend type. You bang him and you forget him.
By the way,
or you
really
marry
mentioned
him
that
because
light,
you're
like,
pathetic too.
When the light came on, boom.
I'm heavenly.
No argument here. So
smooth.
Heavenly Taylor picks the color black, and I had said at the beginning, would you like us to video this? And she's like, no, that does not sound good. What was your reason for not wanting to?
It sounded awkward, actually. I was
Because
like,
of this.
Right.
It sounded awkward, actually, which also is the explanation of everything we're doing currently. So I don't know why we are doing this. Awkwardly enough,
And
I'm still
continue to
here.
do this.
Yeah, and she's still she's engaging. She's a part of the problem, right? Like she's in it.
videotaping our date. That's kind of peculiar. But then we were driving in the car and we saw 2 puppy dogs that were adorable. Like one was big and it was like one was like the miniature version of that dog, and I was like, we need a video camera out right now.
Yeah.
So here we are.
It is totally cute.
With a video camera.
The date's kind of a surprise to her. She knows one thing about the date.
I know we're going to Ruby Tuesdays.
2 things about the date.
That salad bar is 5 miles long.
Look, I've never been to a Ruby Tuesdays.
They have a big salad bar.
I want to go to a Ruby Tuesdays.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Is there one in Washington State?
I don't think so.
Somebody figure out if there's Ruby Tuesdays in Washington State.
I've been to one in Rhode Island.
Wow.
They had them in Ohio.
3 things. 1, she knows we're going to a dollar store right now. 2, she knows that we're going to eat at Ruby Tuesdays. And 3, she knows that later she has a date gift coming to her.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
What she does not know is that she has the chance for a second date gift. And
It's just now.
Is this a sugar daddy situation?
Well, I mean, it's a whatever situation. She's bored. She lives in a. Do you see the fucking other people at the Halloween dance?
No, I wasn't.
They were all goofy looking dudes. I think there was one guy that was like, I don't know if he's friends with them or what, but he was like looking over the shoulder, and he was like, this guy just was more assertive. And he's playing the game, and if he can just continue playing and it gets her the right gift, he's sick in the head, but he's probably going to marry this woman.
there is one other up in the air thing.
And by that he means a second date gift, not a second date gift. Just to clarify.
Yeah, this is not happening again. This is the last date.
I disagree. I think that they're at least.
You disagree? No.
They're at least going to be.
As soon as that door in this car unlocks, she's fucking getting out and just sprinting.
I'm sorry. The fact that she's here now through all of this after having a Halloween meetup tells me that she's sick and lonely, and she's going to let herself get tied up in some weird dollar store rope and smacked around a little later by what can only...
Not even good rope.
Not even good rope. This guy is a gimp with no mask. That's all this is.
Yeah.
This guy
'Cause
is
there-
terrifying. Jesse Plemons is who this
There's
is.
no telling whether or not we'll ever go out again.
Right.
Yeah.
No, there's not. No, there is telling, and the answer is no.
She's
It's
like,
not
right.
gonna happen.
No, she agreed. He was just setting the stage for another date. He nagged himself into position to have power of the third date is still on the table.
Magicus, what do you think? What do you think?
I am a little bit more familiar with Skippy, and I promise you that he's not going to get a second date with her. It's just not going to happen.
I promise you.
Yeah, no, I get it. You don't want to go out with me again, or you're not sure if you would ever want to go
See,
out with me
this is where
again.
he's
I get
starting to
that.
fail. This is where he's starting to fail.
See, now look how Billy's flipping it now that he knows, like,
He's losing confidence.
Yeah,
I'm not losing confidence. He's the one losing confidence. He's
No, that's what I mean. I mean, the
he's
guy's
being
losing
he's
confidence.
being combative with her.
She was already like not into it.
It doesn't matter if they're not into it.
Oh, let's take that out of context.
Exactly. It's not her job to be into it. It's his job to get her there.
It's the man's job to be into it. As long as
Not
the man is into
not the
it,
man's job.
all
it's
systems
it's
go.
the dominant force of the relationship's job.
The alpha.
And she's he's
the one
asserted
with, the one with hand. the
He's
one with upper
asserted
hand.
himself as the dominant the entire time. He's the one that asked doing a third time to dance.
That's not.
I mean, you could say
the
no, but
dominant
like
one
it's,
is the one who said there's not going to be a second date.
no, that's not how
No,
it's played.
That's the sub getting too big for their britches.
Yeah, she just wants to be put back in her place, and she'll be there if he did it right. But then he argued, "Oh, you don't want to do another date with me." No, that's where you're losing it. You're losing it, Papa.
He never had it.
He had this date.
That wasn't what
He
was
didn't
it you
even
meant?
have this date. Like this, no.
She's in the car.
About this did he have?
She's in the car.
That's not
I'm doing this not for him, not for entertainment. I'm doing this for the viewers at home to show them where not to make these mistakes in their own personal lives and enrich their own sexual fantasies.
Well, mistake number one: you do not need to videotape your date.
Well, yeah,
especially not the first one.
You saw what he said. He was talking about the dogs, and she said there were some cute dogs, and we said we should videotape this. And then his face lights up, and he shows that was the point where he was able to pull out the camera and make this about his little self-sufficient, egomaniacal YouTube career or whatever it is he's doing.
Look at his face right now.
Though, is the
Dollar
tone
store?
shift when she was talking about him and like how like totally like disappointed she was with like the date to that point, and then she's like, and then I saw some dogs, and it took my mind off of everything that's happening right now because oh my god, dogs, please, I just need to focus on this and just block out the rest of this shit.
Magicus, when's the last time you disappointed a woman?
I mean, pretty much every day. That's kind of my thing.
When was the last time that you actually disappointed a woman?
I don't know. Fucking. I have no answer for this.
It's never a deal breaker. You can disappoint women 99% of the day, and it's that 1% where you come through. It's like kick dog syndrome. You kick a dog, but the dog always comes home. The dog loves you.
Running. Woo!
Did you just call women dogs?
Okay,
no.
yeah, let's get a little bit further through this.
Dollar Tree.
Not 99-cent store, not dollar store, Dollar Tree.
Sorry, we're kind of in the middle of an aisle, as you can tell. So, I asked her to pick a number before we left, and she picked the number 5. So here's $6, but you get to use 5. The rest is just for tax and change.
Okay.
He's built like a mascot for a
what
college
we're going to be doing
football team.
Is you are going to pick
He's like Otis
5
the Highlander.
items with the theme of black, okay, and anywhere in it. Right, so
Like if John Cena was a mascot
be
suit.
entirely black, right?
Okay.
You get $5, and I get $5, and then we're going to go buy, okay? But we're going to exchange gifts during dinner.
He turned this into if he would have turned this into a YouTube video, he'd marry this girl. He messed up.
So you can't see what I get.
No, if you need to use an extra $1 to buy like a bag, or if you can just get it.
Was that a leprechaun that just walked by?
Worse from here.
Did you see that little guy?
Like this isn't even.
It was a leprechaun. He saw him too. That was a leprechaun. We all saw the leprechaun.
I seen it.
I seen it.
Hi, come on by. Sorry. We're just on a cheesy date. and awesome
It's
cheesy
on a
date.
documentary.
Rough.
So a docu date?
Sure.
That's what you call it. Yeah.
Great.
I like it. A docu date. So Anyway, so here is your money.
Thank you.
You have your charge. Anyways, we'll meet back out at the car.
Did he just give her that in coins like a psychopath?
Oh, yeah.
I believe so.
I will let you, if you want, take the video camera for this.
I will. I'll
Okay.
do that.
Done. Have at it. Have fun.
Go, go, go.
Okay, I'm off.
Be gone.
All right.
Go, go, go.
He's off. So am I.
Change is not real money. Sorry. It just no.
Wow.
One idea. Get him a
You're
bunch
coming
of
from a place of
stupid
privilege, Magicus.
I am.
cheesy
Yes.
sayings. two for $1. I could
You've never rolled quarters before?
get him.
No, you
10
take
cards.
that shit to a Coinstar and you turn it into
They take a
dollars,
cut
which
out of
actually
it.
count.
She gonna get a bag
Okay,
to
we're
put
gonna
it in?
start by picking a bag.
There's
These are all
there's
of my
banks here
options.
that have a machine that they don't take a cut. It's pretty fucking sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, like take it to one of those. Like,
Yeah, Chase Bank has one of those.
A coin machine?
Yeah.
Oh.
if you're trying
I am
to
on a
pay for
docu-
something in $5 and quarter, like you probably should take it to like a bank.
Date.
I just
That
walk in
means
with a
I am on
pistol.
date
with
and we are
change.
documenting
Nice.
it, and right now I have to buy 5 things with the theme of black for the person I'm here with.
Wait, I have one.
Okay, what is it?
No, they don't have it. No, the black one of this, they don't have it.
Oh, I have it. Black licorice, right here. Black licorice.
am
And I have a black bag.
dollar store
to put it all in.
people.
5 things.
I
Do you want to help
gotta
me?
say their dollar store
Okay.
is fucking legit. If you need to spend $1 on something, like you can get a surprisingly wide variety of awesome shit.
If I need to spend $1 on something, I'm just gonna buy a girlfriend. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can move on from candy. It doesn't have to be candy. What's your name?
Samantha. But I have to
I'm
finish.
Taylor.
I have to go with a friend of mine.
Samantha's like, you can move on from candy, but I'm staying
Okay,
at the candy
well, if you
aisle.
find me and you want to help out some more,
Yeah.
Find something that's black.
I have to buy 5 things
She's kind of weird too.
that
Yeah.
fit with the theme black.
She's
What's your name?
pretty.
Michelle.
Michelle. I'm Taylor.
Aw.
It's nice
What's
to meet you.
your name?
Totally.
Excuse me?
Totally.
I am making a movie. What's your name?
Now, okay,
Kelvin?
this
Kelvin.
immediately becomes the best video of
In
all
the-
time.
in the maxi
If
pad aisle.
If she tries to buy this child for $1.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
Oh no.
I don't think he's for sale.
No, no.
He fits the theme.
Do you want to be on this movie? Okay, do you want
Sure.
to say something? Anything you want.
Hello.
Hello.
Say, okay, you could say, hi, Skippy.
I skipped.
My name's Kelvin.
Holding like a little
And Taylor is
basketball
awesome.
game.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
He did it.
He was all lit up
I gotta
until
put
he
this
gave
camera
his
down
consent to
because
be on
it's too big
video.
to put in my bag.
He was so happy and chill. And then she's like, do you want to be on video? He's like, yeah, I guess. And then it was like, oh.
Yes.
A dog food bowl. And a cowboy hat.
A dog food bowl. Here, drink out of that.
I'm gonna eat out of this later.
I need at least one more.
Well, yeah. And I would make her eat the licorice out of the dog food bowl, and then she would want me forever.
Absolutely.
It's simple.
Bells.
Why is she indulging this?
I'll tell you, she's
I'm mad at her.
bored. She's bored.
There's money involved.
I guess she's bored.
She doesn't
I
have a
think
good
this
social
airs as a
circle.
TV show.
I don't know if any of them would fit in the category black.
Don't do it. Don't
Do
racialize
it.
the Hulu dolls.
She's petite and
Do
fun.
it.
Or I could get him a stallion.
Get him a stallion.
Everyone knows what that means.
What's it mean?
What?
Does it mean you're gonna do Megan stuff like Cardi B and Megan the Stallion? Is that what
I
that
think
means?
it does, yeah.
Does it mean you got a wet ass?
This video is ridiculous.
This video is content.
Black frame.
God.
You know, I do need some measuring.
A cast iron skillet.
You're not gonna get cast iron at the dollar store,
Oh,
are
yeah,
you?
you're right.
No.
God, he's not
You were
here.
gonna
I
get,
need to
like,
listen to
plastic.
this video.
Yeah, you're gonna get.
How about
alum-
can you buy a tire iron? Oh, a pan.
Ooh.
A black pan to beat him with.
I think I'm good
Oh,
though.
those were
I
the
think I'm on
best
this whole
when
5
in
items
backyard wrestling
pick.
days.
'Cause if I get him something frozen.
Would you guys use like cookie sheets?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No.
Cookie sheets were a classic.
Yeah.
Dinner, which I'm
They're loud.
starving, by the way. Whose
Yeah.
idea was it to do dinner second? Yeah, his.
Dollar store pans. Whose idea was it to do dinner second? His. Oh my
I
God,
am
that
dead.
is a flasher. That is a flasher.
That guy should be in jail.
Oh yeah, 100%. Underneath that jacket is liability.
What's your name?
Oh,
Jody.
I don't
Jody?
like him one bit.
Oh, he's trouble. Yeah, well, let's watch what he has
You
to
notice
say.
they all talk to her. I bet if he was doing this, they'd be like, no, not.
IRL guys
No.
can be weird, and they get people out of their comfort zone, and they talk. But yeah, of course they're going to talk more to her than him comfortably, because she's like a normal looking girl that's been pushed into this life. I hope that she gets CX affected and just turns into like the biggest, craziest
She's
thing ever.
Sweet Aaron 2.0.
Yes, that would be awesome. That's the world in which I live in, where I want to see nice people on live streams turn into complete trash bags.
I do like an interesting character arc, so I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's nice to meet you. My name is Taylor.
Nice to meet you, Smiley.
I
Smiley?
Nice to meet you, Smiley.
Hey, look down.
Yeah, for real.
All right. So, poll is like, is this guy creepier than Skippy?
Yes, of course.
Oh.
And
is he though?
And he's gonna reach back.
It's a battle.
He's gonna reach back. He's gonna grab a can of Popeye spinach. He's gonna sing the Popeye song as his dick grows biceps. He's gonna smack her with it. We're in trouble now.
am on
Classic
a docu
dick
date.
bicep situation.
So what you could say into this camera is, "Hi Skippy, Taylor is awesome."
Hey, Skippy, how you doing? Tracy is awesome.
Motherfucking Smiley, Tracy. This is this guy using his game.
What a great video.
He's subtly nagging her by misnaming her.
He really is.
He's leaving.
This is his game.
He's leaving with Taylor. She's gonna walk out under the trench coat, and Skippy will never see from her again.
Close. Taylor is awesome.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He just walks into a dollar store to just like fuck with random people in the dollar store.
I guarantee you there is a littered pile of dead bodies in his basement from dollar store shoppers. He gets them to go home with him. They think, how could this go bad? This is a gentleman that keeps calling me Smiley. And then they're dead on the floor in a pile of other bodies.
Okay, it's not an easy one.
Okay.
You're going in the
Okay.
pit.
Yeah, the pit.
Thank you. It was
All right, have a
very
great
nice
time.
to meet
Have
you.
fun. Likewise.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
It puts the sweet
Have
baby
fun at the
rays on
dollar
her skin.
store.
Everything.
If you fight your way out of the pit, you get to live.
And Kelvin is back.
yeah.
Kelvin, do you remember what to say?
Okay.
And best of luck and good luck on your date.
Thank you.
You are awesome.
Thank you. I know.
You are awesome.
If only he
You're
knew.
really Taylor?
I don't like
Taylor.
Oh, Taylor.
Yeah. Do you remember what to say? Say hi, Skippy.
Hi, Skippy.
Taylor is awesome.
Taylor's awesome.
Perfect. Did you know you have some glitter on your face?
I know, I did that on my face.
How did it get there?
I put it on my face.
Oh,
He's like, what's wrong with you, woman? I told you I did it on my face.
I wanted it
well,
there.
it kind of looks nice.
All right, this
What-
kid's
what-
got more game than Skippy
Of
does.
course he
Halloween.
does.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Maybe she goes home with the kid.
he's illegal.
Oh, no.
He's
No?
illegal.
We don't do that? Oh.
Oh, I see. Do you want to know what I was? Is that what my horns really look like?
That's what your horns look like. She can see the side, off to the side of the camera is a viewer, and she's just now seeing that she looks like a sexy librarian with horns.
I pull it off.
Is Skippy wearing a suit right now?
I was gonna say, what's Skippy's costume? A creep?
Yeah, Skippy.
Yeah, a
Skippy
flasher.
got her to agree to this because he was wearing a suit. A suit is the male equivalent of lingerie. Okay, so she sees him in a suit. He shows up in what looks like John Cena Walmart apparel, and she's immediately. That's. It's all bad, Skippy. She
I don't think it's
realized.
a costume for him. I think he just got out of like a court hearing and he's like, oh, I guess I'm here now.
Dun, dun. I got the name Skippy because I keep skipping out on my court hearings.
Dun, dun, dun.
Very well.
You do? Oh, can we up and down you? Yeah. Do you want?
Can we up and down, you?
you? What the fuck
And
does that
and
mean?
she submitted
She's like,
immediately.
yeah.
She submitted immediately. She's game. She just can't find a gamer.
I don't have my shoes on, unfortunately.
Oh, what? She's barefoot? Skippy is a predator. He knew. He saw the one barefoot woman, walked up with a camera, and got her to go out on a date where he would buy trash bags and other dollar store apparel to take her home and brick one right in her bunhole. This is terrible, man.
Skippy is insane.
Oh, yeah. But she's along for the ride. She's fucking barefoot at the gymnasium Halloween dance.
Yeah, and she immediately agreed to an up and down.
Oh, dude, she wanted
Disgusting.
she wanted the in and out too, but he wasn't clever enough.
Jesus.
Oh, by the way.
Wait. Okay, so this is great for a pun. What are you?
I am the devil's advocate.
Okay, devil, and she looks like a lawyer.
Kind of. Or I could.
Yes, Skippy, that was the joke. Thank you for explaining her costume.
Oh.
Now I get it.
Be the devil wears Prada.
I was the devil's advocate. That is really like a devil's,
Lawyer. It was fun.
He's like, fuck off.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done.
Leave me
I
alone.
thought we had something, but no.
Yeah, that's a big nope from Kelvin. He's like, Skippy can have you. You're garbage.
Yep.
Like, damn, I got standards. I may be 9, but I can do better than this.
No, yeah, Kelvin's pulling way better trim than this.
Yeah. Kelvin was like, dude,
549, please.
she could be a side piece.
Oh God. Okay, so that video's over, and this is it's like a QAnon rally. I think it's one of the worst commercials I've ever seen.
For God and country. Patriot Roundup, Dallas, Texas. No masks, you fucking losers. Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, I guess it's the Patriot Roundup, whatever that is.
From coughs to coffins.
Did you catch the little cues on the thing?
Pepe and Nun's Whiskey. Patriot Roundup, formerly known as Kilroy.
Huh. Oh my God.
General Michael T. Flynn. Sidney Powell.
No! She's the one that was wearing like the leopard.
Yeah,
she's
she
the really
was
tall woman.
She was part of the lawyer team for Trump.
Oh, I like her.
That's now being sued by Dominion, right?
Yes.
Oops.
Yeah.
Doug Billings.
I don't know who that is.
The right side. He's the right side patriot. Awesome. Patriot Roundup. Wayne Dupree.
No idea.
We found one.
George Papadopoulos.
Oh, I think I've heard of that guy before.
Evan Sayed.
When are they going to show Nick Fuentes?
And freshly straight Milo Yamalopoulos.
Milo Anal Prolapse.
Yeah.
Louis Gohmert. He's trash.
Louis
I know
Gohmert.
He's epically dumb.
Texas Congressman. Featured guest.
The music is terrible.
This is the hate-filled
Alan
8.
West, he's dumb.
A second black guy?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Is this like a convention or a podcast or what the fuck?
It's
is
like
going
a
on?
convention, yeah.
It's in Dallas, Texas. Gene Ho! Red Pill 78, Zach Payne.
I don't know that.
Nice.
Zach Payne. Brad Getz, Henry Davis.
How about Matt Gaetz?
Yeah. Erica Kios, Jason Frank.
Jason
Wait,
David
the Green
Frank?
Ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason David Frank.
Edamame Chavinus and Bevelyn Beatty.
Edamame.
Edamame.
Incredible speakers.
I'm still waiting for one.
Incredible speakers with the most limited vocabularies. Only at ShitCon 99.
Okay.
Great Patriots
Well,
and amazing food
Now
included.
you might have my interest.
Ooh.
I'm listening.
Are they going to have the delicious corn with the mayonnaise? I would like some mayonnaise corn, please.
Mayonnaise fried, like, battered corn.
Please?
Yes!
Oh my God, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, y'all.
Wait, did you catch
Was that Trump on a...
Yeah. CGI trumped on a horse.
Oh, good eye.
All Patriots are
Yeah,
welcome.
right there.
Oh, very nice.
there was a
Pepe's
And the
Burgers. They
president
had
will be there.
They had Pepe on the whiskey bottle earlier too.
There was a QAnon thing earlier in this video. I think.
Nice.
Yeah. Patriots in control for God and country. Not only do we have freedom of speech, we have overpriced food.
Yeah, no outside food.
The speech is free, but the food is terribly expensive.
So, are we going?
I would, except
you can't.
Except I don't want to get the cough.
I can go wherever I want.
No, you can't. We've established that.
Can't you fly in the U.S. yet? Didn't Daniel Makabe, known pro wrestler and cohort of yourself, come to the United States this week?
He can do it, but then when he goes back,
he did. He flew to Florida, which has higher COVID rates than all of Canada put together, and then flew home. And then upon flying home, was required to stay in a government-mandated hotel at his expense, which was more expensive than his pay, flight, and accommodations put together in Florida. So it was a real net
for 2 weeks or for how long?
What's that?
How long does he have to stay in the hotel for?
You stay in the hotel until you come back with a negative test, but you prepay the whole thing, and it's like $1,500, $2,000. And then after the negative test, you have to finish your 14-day quarantine at home.
Can't you get an airport test? Can't you get an airport test for like $200?
I think you need to have a test like a day or two after you're back, like to make sure or something.
Here's the thing, Scott.
Egghead wants to go to this Patriot Roundup.
He does, yeah.
I'm with you, baby.
Eggy, do it.
Do it,
You have
Eggs.
my
Be our
support.
man on the street, Papa. You could do this. Don't get beat up, please.
Yeah.
They said the food was amazing, so you need to get one of Pepe's burgers and let us know.
Go down there and try all the food, and then get people to like eat your leftovers.
And then your ass.
Yes, do some butt stuff.
In that order.
Yeah, so we're going to move on to the next segment. Here it is.
Clee disappear. Clee disappear. Clee disappear. Clee disappear.
Did we get any Streamlabs?
Oh.
I want to get some water.
Locust God said this is like a deleted scene from I'm Thinking of Ending Things. That was 17 minutes ago.
Pretty accurate, yeah. They looked like the worst version of I don't know. She looked fine actually, but just the situation was the worst version of Jesse Plemons and Jesse Buckley from I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
That was the prequel. I'm Thinking of Beginning Things. Mythic Templar said, LMAO, I manage a Ruby Tuesday, and this guy definitely fits the clientele. Ooh.
Nice.
Scott, really quick, what did you have at Ruby Tuesday?
Now, if I'm remembering it correctly, and it wasn't a different chain restaurant we went to on the same trip, it was a like a fill out a form and make your own burger
Pretty
situation.
sure that was Chili's.
Yeah, I think so. No, I think
was it Chili's?
I'm pretty sure that was
thinking.
Chili's. Because I remember being there with you, and I thought that was Chili's.
Okay.
I think they do that
you know
sort
what?
of thing.
I think you're right. And as a result, I think I have not been to a Ruby Tuesdays. I think the two options that day were the Chili's and the Ruby Tuesdays. You know what, Billy? This time, first time ever, you're right.
I mean, I appreciate.
Don't let it happen again.
I appreciate the recognition. But yeah,
you are just glowing right now. Look at you.
a little bit.
There's one.
Have you been to Rhode Island? Have you been to Rhode Island when I wasn't there? Like you did go back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
but no, I'm thinking about the make your own burger, and if that wasn't Ruby Tuesdays, then I haven't been.
Yeah, Scott and I have had some of the best food in Rhode Island. It's so good. I miss Rhode Island and the fatting around Wes's barbecue.
Where up in Rhode Island did you go?
We were all around Rhode Island.
I mean, yeah, Rhode Island's like 8 square blocks. We pretty much did the whole thing.
It's crazy. It's so small, but everywhere we went took 45 minutes to drive to. It was
right. It was so weird.
Yeah,
the Nordic Lodge was 100 miles away from Providence.
Yeah, and it was totally worth it.
Whatever, yeah.
Totally worth it. Go to Nordic Lodge, even in COVID times. Get the guy there to put his mask on and serve you up some lobsters out of the cage. Scott must have had an entire aquarium's worth of lobster.
Oh my God. It was the height of excess. I was given 6 full lobsters, but it's a buffet, so I only ate the tails because they're the best part and threw the rest away because I'm a monster.
I've been up to Providence once to play Magic Cards, and that's it.
Yeah. Go to Nordic Buffet, go to Wes's Barbecue. I remember they had a pretty good rodizio there.
Yep.
What was
Dell's frozen lemonade.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, they had the lime Ricky on the lime Ricky.
We've been watching the King Cobra animated segments. Here's one of those.
Thank you, Mutterfish Kerr, or Mutterfucker, and Jennifer Robbins. Also, thank y'all.
Thank you.
West Coast, Best Coast.
I was at Buffalo Wild Wings using the bathroom, and there were a bunch of others just standing in there rapping, hanging out with friends. I'm all nodding my head to the rap, getting into it, like, you know what I'm saying? The urinal was out of order, which, you know, I didn't mind. Yeah, the stall became available, so I go in there like a mature adult. I lock the door and go take a piss, and one of them takes a wet paper towel and tries to throw it at me. It went over the stall.
I love that these dudes who were rapping in the bathroom
at Buffalo Wild Wings
immediately recognized him as like a lesser member of the species and had to dominate him.
All next to me. And one of them shouted, "Gothic King Cobra is a racist." And I was like, do I even know these people?
Not true. This is a lie.
Every one of his stories that they animate has to do with someone recognizing him.
How's it going to start with rapping in the bathroom and then
Buffalo Wild Wings
proceed into a commentary on racism?
Is that a big part of the underground rap scene at Buffalo Wild Wings
B-dubs,
bathrooms?
baby. Most of it takes place at B-dubs.
I've never been inside a Buffalo Wild Wings
really?
bathroom.
I have in Chicago. You can't
in the
tell
bathroom?
me I haven't.
In the bathroom? You've been in their
I've
bathroom?
been in the bathroom.
What was it like?
I rapped.
Was there?
There's a lot of rapping.
There was. It was
Yeah.
like the end of 8 Mile, basically.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been in one of their bathrooms.
Spaghetti. Yeah.
If you had to imagine what this rap they were doing was like in a Buffalo Wild Wings bathroom, what do you think it would go like?
Parmesan encrusted, buffalo busted, barbecue on mine, you know it's never trusted, hot with the sauce, be like a boss, burn my fucking mouth, but I never take the loss. Take a sip of the water, let it drip up on your daughter cause she wet, you better bet, Buffalo with the Wild Wings, we doing wild things, let your child sing along with the Buffalo.
Damn.
Sing along with the Juggalo fam, Buffalo fam, Wild Wing fam, Buffalo Juggalo, damn, yeah, gathering. That was exactly what it was like.
That was great.
That's exactly what it was like.
Well, now I'm confused. Now I'm nothing but confused. I thought we were doing the oddities segment and not the cringe rap segment.
Oh,
what's going on?
Yo, Safeway.
What the fuck did I do to you? And I stopped and thought about it, and I'm like, getting mad is not going to solve anything. It's not going to make the race issue go away. So instead, I made a joke about it. I said, well, I guess I'm white trash. And then I finished taking a piss. I go to wash my hands, and they're just mean mugging me like. And then when I get out of the bathroom, I eat 12 of the hottest wings Buffalo Wild Wings. So I'm like, dude, I got bigger fish to fry. I don't got time for this. You know?
You're at a Buffalo Wild Wings. You don't have fish to fry. You have wings.
Yeah,
it's true.
I love this.
Yeah, these are getting better and better progressively.
Yes, these are my greatest stories ever told right here. I want to go hang out with Cobra so bad. Is that Soda Popinski?
This I'm overwhelmed.
I don't know how to even begin.
I didn't know they made ones that looked like this.
Dude, God makes all kinds.
This one's crazy.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. This is going badly.
It's like super hot too.
He's got it right where he wants it.
Oh no! It's all steamy too. The water's probably super hot.
Yeah, he's probably burning the shit off of his skin.
Well, he shouldn't. He shouldn't put shit all over his skin.
Fair point.
Oh, they have a wet vac though.
I don't know.
This isn't the first time this has happened. This is a weekly occurrence.
Okay. Oh, does this keep going?
I like that someone had the wherewithal to film it.
This is old, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I've seen the vacuuming.
Oh, there's
the
a lot
carpet.
more water.
Yeah, I remember watching this before. Great.
Oh boy.
What a professional for.
Oh, this is real bad.
Shut the fucking water off.
Yeah, isn't there like a shut-off valve?
There probably
there
is.
should
They don't
be.
know about it, or that's broken too. Yeah, in the background, someone shut the water off. I think a girl comes in. He comes in to shut it off finally.
Shouldn't that have been the first step?
Well, that's what you would think.
That seems like step one, but what do you do?
That's kind of like doing electrical work and not turning off the circuit breakers before you do it.
This is the
you
thing,
know?
right? I am morbidly obese, and one time I sat on the toilet too long, and my legs fell asleep, and I went to stand up, and my legs buckled, and I fell into the toilet, and the toilet shattered beneath me, and water was going everywhere, and even in the wherewithal of buckled toilet breaking, knees shaking, I had the water off in about 4 seconds. So
this is your pro.
The toilet.
What was that?
You Kevin Smith the toilet.
Oh, dude, totally. Yeah, my legs went out, and I buckled back into that sumbitch.
Yeah. After that happened, Southwest Airlines made him buy 2 toilets.
Yeah.
Let's move on to this. This is interesting. Scott, you might find this video interesting.
Hey everybody, it's Odin.
Hit
In
me.
this week's video, I'm going to be asking you guys the question.
Is it
what
bad?
type of
Is it
furry-
bad that I can tell you who made that suit?
That is bad.
Is it bad? Is it bad that this guy's a Magic the Gathering card collector? Magicus, joke's on you, loser.
I'm already like ashamed.
So listen to what the video is about.
It's like
though.
if you and I had a baby.
Is it also bad that he's got a can of Doritos back there? I want a can of Doritos.
So the video is, what type of furry are you?
What type of furry are you? I'm going to be describing different categories of furries, and if you find that you fit into any of these categories, which you will, comment down below. I want to hear which category.
Which category are you, Scott?
Before he asks it.
The cool kind that beats up nerds.
Cool cat
One
likes.
or
That's not cool
multiple,
cat.
And
He's
yeah, let's see
anti-bully.
which one's the most popular type of furry, shall we? Anyway, let's get right to finding out what type of furry you are. The first one is very spicy. It is the NSFW furry. Now these furries always post NSFW
That's not me.
art.
I'm
Is that
strictly
just
safe
all
for work.
furries, though?
No. I'm an SFW all day. I'm a sweet boy.
At an alarming rate. They're most often horny on main. They post about their explicit fetishes just about every day.
This
on
is
all their social
Creamsicle.
media accounts. Now, if
Is
you
it?
follow
No,
any of
it's
these
not.
NSFW
No,
furries on
Creamsicle
Twitter,
is this type of furry.
Oh, okay.
Creamsicle's
I
an
agree now.
NSFW furry, like 1,000 times over.
Yes, I had to mute Creamsicle on Twitter because I didn't want to see Creamsicle having sex all the time.
Creamsicle is like the worst part of kink, where you brag about your kink. It's like, dude, your kink, like it's the bottom level of consent. Everybody is down for whatever. That's like bragging about breathing air. Stop.
their favorites will awkwardly
So
pop
far,
up
I
on
don't think I've met any furry who doesn't fall into this category.
I have. I know Scott.
Well, guess what? You just have.
Yeah.
your feed at inopportune times. NSFW furs will have a locked Twitter account.
Magicus refuses to meet you because of that.
You're lucky. They have a lot of
never meet me.
Good day, sir.
Quite a few. Crap, I have those. They also commission a ton
But we have
of
to do
YIF
it
art.
for our son
Those
here.
are just some of the stereotypes of NSFW.
They commission a ton of YIF art.
furries. I'm sure after saying that you get
So yeah,
the
I don't
idea.
commission
Now
shit.
let
People
me know
just
down
draw it
below
for
if
me 'cause
that
I'm
describes
famous.
you.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get on to the next
Oh, my
one.
YIF art was
Next up
uncommissioned too.
is
I think
the
somebody actually
suggestive,
commissioned it though.
But not technically NSFW furry. Now these furries post about their fetishes that are suggestive, but technically you can have them on your normal Twitter and it's okay. Examples are vor.
I hate how emotive this suit is.
Must, macro, micro.
Here's how I know who the suit maker is. I think it's actually a local one. It's called One for All. Pretty good name. And I'm pretty sure they only make dogs. First of all, and secondly, they literally have like one head mold, and it's this one, like this, like, and they all have this like sneaky rapey look. So you can spot a One for All a mile away.
Do you know how much it costs?
A full suit, which I don't think this is.
Yeah,
this is just
hands
like
head
and paws. Yeah, a full would be like a few thousand, like say $4,000.
That's for like from the same company, or what's like if I want to get a panda done, you know how much it would cost?
Yeah. Like high end?
Yeah.
You can like, I mean, you if you wanted to, you can go like 15,000-20,000, but like still really good high end. I don't know, like the 7,500.
Like that. A lot of furries do it. Just tons of furries do this. They might do soft suiting pics, which are pictures of their fursuit in underwear or suggestive fursuit pics. They may post quite a few cropped GIF memes. You know the ones.
Is this category
they may
really
shame
different from the
fursuiters
first
while
one?
they themselves
Yes,
toe the
these
line.
ones hide. These ones hide the perversion. These ones are modest about their perversion, and the other ones are not.
Some of them are more open-minded.
Yeah, the second category has a bit of shame left.
Some are, but a lot of them will like to act like they're a little bit better than other people. They have quite a few suggestive dockies, i.e. dockies with some nice bulgy-wulgies above or below.
Nope. I didn't hear that.
People get dockies made of me, bitch.
Now, does this describe you? Because I find this describes a lot of furries. A lot of furries. They'll talk about how much they love paws and maws and vor and all that stuff. But they're technically not NSFW. Let me know in the comments if that describes you. Let's get on to the next one. This is the prude furry, or the safe for work furry. These types of
talk
furry.
about that
Scott
drink that's sitting up next to him, the Doritos soda or whatever the fuck that is.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that can of Doritos
That is scary.
It's a can of Doritos, can of Roll Gold, can of Cheetos. These came out in, I believe, the early 2000s. That's why the design.
Is this Mickey Richards?
No. These were probably purchased sealed off of eBay for a collector's item. These are obviously, something that you would display. Also, if you have one of the original Planters Peanuts decanters with the glass decanters, you might display that. And the collectible fat, there's a whole world of collectible fat out there.
So, are you are you this category of furry, Scott?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm done having sex.
The prude furry.
Never talk about anything NSFW at all. They oftentimes like to shame other people for being NSFW. Not always, I'll say that, but oftentimes they have the holier-than-thou attitude. They often use amino, like too much, like way too much furry amino. I don't get it. Vegan, that one's gonna piss off so many people. They hate poodling. They really like keeping the magic for some reason. Oh, it's because they don't like when you show skin. They're oftentimes straight edge, meaning, they don't use any illicit substances or drink or anything like that. Now, honestly, most young furries should fit into this dang category. However, unfortunately, quite a few don't. It's really gross. But anyway, do you find that you are a prude or SFW furry? It doesn't have to all apply to you, just some of it, Let me know down below. Let's get to the next one and see if you fit this category. This one is the prideful furry. These furries like to let you know how gay, lesbian, bi, whatever they are, all the time. Like, all the time. They like to post furry pride pictures on their social media. I'm sure you can already see it.
I mean, I post straight pride and white pride. Does that count? I guess I'm the prideful furry.
Yeah, you're a prideful furry now.
In your head, the furry pride thing, you see that cliche image. It's awful. Like, seriously, we get it. You're gay. They tend to retweet a lot of things and not post their own thoughts. I don't know why that is. That just usually is the case. If they take a photo, chances are it has a pride flag behind it. They tend to collect a lot of pins. Now, there's, furry pride pins, and believe me, they love them. They use hashtags like a lot.
Are there racist furries that are like white lions?
Neo-Nazi furries?
Oh, buddy. You keep playing that. I'll find you a real treat. Don't
I'm a
you worry.
Siberian husky.
They oftentimes wear furry merch, which you can find at odinwolf.storeenvy.com. Stuff like this awesome bandana. That part, good taste for them, yes. Now, do you find that these prideful things fit you? Let me know. Now let's get to the next one and see if you fit this one. Next up, we have new to the fandom furry. Now, these furries who are new to the fandom can't wait to go to their first convention. They always seem to think that they need a fursuit. Not that it's optional or that you don't need one to be in the fandom. They think you need one. They follow so many furries on social media, like all of them. They watch a ton of furry YouTube. Thank you. Keep doing that. They don't have a fursona yet. They're over optimistic and they're not jaded yet. Are you new to the fandom? Do you find that these stereotypes fit you? Let me know. On to the next category of fur. Next category is the been around forever furry. These furries have been to a million cons by now. They use dead furry sites before they died, like VCL, Weasel, DeviantArt. I mean, DeviantArt's still around, but let's...
After we're done with the video, I'll show the
honest,
picture.
It's kind of dead. They have a ton of art of their persona. Their favorite furry movies include Lion King or possibly Robin Hood. If it's Robin Hood, you know they've been around forever, let's be honest. They are quite jaded about the fandom by now. Their furry social circle tends to be large, or they have no social circle. It's kind of just one or the other. Last, I just put Odin Wolf.
What are they even really saying here? I mean...
It's me.
I'm
sure.
learning.
They tend to like this, or maybe not like that at all. Or maybe they'll be like this.
Either they have a large social circle or none. Well,
right.
Okay.
Yeah. Either they like to dress up like animals and bang, or they like to dress up like animals and not
That
bang.
would be me. I mean, none does seem to describe me.
Forever. Anyway, do you find that any of these fit you? Let me know if you've been around forever, if you're a been around forever furry. Let's get to the next one and see if this matches you.
How many
Next up
categories?
is the clout chasing fur. These furries are the first ones
There you
to
go,
do pull-up
Magicus.
posts
That's
on
what you
Twitter,
are.
even if they don't have any
Oh,
evidence
yeah.
for it. These furs try to buddy up to poppy furs. They post suggestive
Okay.
fursuit pictures all the time for the likes and retweets because give me attention, please. They always act super positive and never let you see the real side of them that's quite unhappy underneath.
I prefer
This
that
is
type.
This is Billy's type of furry.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, dude,
Wait.
wanting all the like you'll post things to get like the retweets and the likes.
I post things to make people happy and bring up
you-
the morale.
It's always for other
I gotta
people.
ask the professional.
Of course.
here. Does it still count as being a furry if you consider yourself a fish?
That's
Yes.
'Cause I
You're a
fancy
scaly,
myself
right?
a master of merfolk.
let's
It would be
You're
in the
sick.
subgenre of scaly, I
This-
think, but it's still
Yes.
under the furry umbrella.
This is listen to what he says.
Poppy furs. They post suggestive fursuit pictures all the time for the likes and retweets because give me attention, please. They always act super positive and never let you see the real side of them that's quite unhappy underneath.
Where have
that's
I heard
depressing.
this before?
Huh.
They brag about all the poppy furs they talk to and all the
What
poppy
point
furs
are you trying to
they know.
make?
They're the ones in chat that literally ask.
Nothing. It's
Did you
just
notice?
interesting.
Yeah.
Now, do you find
I'm
this
learning
fits
a lot.
you? If it-
Post things to social media to get attention. That's like part of the job description. I'm not posting my fucking sandwich like, oh, I'm bored today at work. Here's my sandwich. I want to get likes and attention on
I've
social media
seen
because
you do that though.
yeah, I
You've
do that,
literally
but
done a live
it's
stream
not
where you
because
went
I'm
to get a
it's not
sandwich
because
and
I'm
then you
bored.
made it on live
It's
stream.
because I'm creating content for the fans to engage with. It's simple. I'm not clout chasing. I'm the fucking one that clout chasers chase. I'm ground zero for the clout. I used to be. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh boy. Sad
I
times.
came to talk to you again. Yeah, I you know what? I'm gonna start crying about not having a fursuit on Twitter from here on out. Wouldn't that be great?
You should.
It does. Big oof, but that's
I
okay.
think
Let
I
me
have
know in the
notes
comments.
here
and
somewhere
we'll
because
get to
on
the
one
next
episode you described yourself as a dragon and like how you wanted to be like, or how you wanted your dragon to look with like a donut chain, except it was like thorns on it and like they're like phallic like pigtail swirl horns and shit.
Yeah, that'd be a good one too. I forgot about that one. I was stuck on the panda one because that's what somebody drew art of me and Ben as an otter banging creamsicle.
Yep, we were spit roasting creamsicle.
See if that fits the bill. The next one is the lives and breathes furry. These furries wear ears and a tail all the time, even in public, especially in public. They use furry lingo to a scary extent. Ooh woo. Some of them think they are an actual animal. For real. They shake their butt and like to pretend they have a tail. They
Nothing
will
wrong with
never
that.
be referred to as their real name, their legal name, unless they already changed their legal name to their furry name, in which case,
I don't
then,
think those
yes,
are
they'll
furries.
be
I think
referred
those
to
are otherkins, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
kind of its own thing.
as their legal name.
It's like a separate
Everything they
level of
own
crazy.
is plastered in furry stuff. Their phone case, their clothes, odinwolf.storeenvy.com, all their plushies and their... They have a furry tattoo. Now, do you find that this describes you? Are you a lives and breathes furry? Let me know. And we'll get to the last type of furry, and we'll see if this matches you. This is the lurker. The lurker is in every furry chat, but says nothing. They know all about you, but you know nothing about them. They're the
How
ones
did
who
he
say,
know?
Magicus found his...
I mean, no, this is not me.
The
Clearly.
no subject, hi messages. They don't have a persona. They usually don't even have a profile picture. They'll always be there. Forever. Always.
It's creepy.
You can count on it.
Shit, I don't have a profile picture. It's just an L and an M.
Does that
You're a
describe you?
lurker.
Are you a lurker? If so, that's okay. Let me know in the comments. And let me know how many of these apply to you, because, you know, I fit the bill for a couple of these myself.
You're a deep channel lurker, Merfolk
And there are
Magicus.
quite a few
guess
other
so.
categories of fur as well that I haven't got to yet. And if you think I kind of missed some other categories, also let me know those in the comments, and I might cover them in a future video.
Yeah,
I
I'm
hope
the
you
type
enjoyed
of furry that just likes pulling fur-tail
Check
butt
me out
plugs
on
out of girls at raves.
patreon.com/OdenWolf. It is the best way to support me. It's how
Pop
I
'em
do
right
videos
out.
like
That
these
was
for
the
you guys
first
every single
category
week.
that he
And
talked
also,
about.
I have merch like this bandana.
I'm just like, oh, you got a tail? Mine now. Boop. That's the type of furry I am.
You're really great.
I carry him around like I'm Super Mario with the damn turnip.
Michigan! Michigan!
Wolverines!
Nearly
And they're
400
amazing.
pounds of
These
crystal
claws
meth
are
washed up on the Washington shores this week.
Hell yeah.
So
Shoot for the sky.
Oh
Aim for the stars.
Could've been ours,
Now it's
Ben.
300.
Yes,
I hear
anyway.
now it's 380.
Well, yeah, I said nearly 400, right?
It's
Wink,
been
wink.
Odin Wolf and
Wink, wink.
Ooh woo. And as always,
I gained 20 pounds this weekend at the beach.
All right. Oh, did you see what was going on with Dogecoin today?
Yeah, it's through the moon.
Yeah, it got dumb.
It's at all over a quarter now, I think.
Yes, it's almost at 27 cents. It's at 26.9 cents right now.
Yeah. Wish I would have bought in when it was half
It's
a penny,
almost at
like
27.
Keemstar told me to.
Oh, dude, it's at 27. It just hit 27
It's been
cents.
bouncing between 27
yeah,
for like the
earlier
last
it was
hour.
30. It peaked out at like 33.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. I bought a bunch of them when they were like 5 cents each. So it's pretty good. It's coming along. It's coming in nicely, Tubes.
Coming in nicely, Tubes. Do you want to put up the pictures I put in the chat?
Yes.
To answer Billy's question from earlier.
Yeah.
There's one, and then there's a better one after that.
Did you send another one?
There's a second one in the chat.
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Oh, that no. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if you can show it.
Is
but if you
he a
can,
German
go ahead.
Shepherd?
Probably
Oh.
rather not, but it's a bunch of people in a
Okay.
fursuit in front of a swastika, and
In front of multiple swastika
Is
flags.
is this one a German Shepherd?
some
Of
kind
course.
of dog.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a weird alt-right furry group called the Furry Raiders, who I think have now been like banned from like every convention.
There's no yiffing in the Furry Raiders. They just strictly suit up and hate.
Yeah, which I don't know, sounds kind of fun. I understand the appeal.
I appreciate the hatred you have in your heart, but I cannot condone the message you speak today.
While I don't agree with what you say, I will defend to the death your right to say it.
I will defend to the death hatred upon anything and everyone, but not focused
See,
hatred.
the hatred is fine. It's just this area is not zoned for it, so you're gonna have to move
Yeah.
over a little.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to the alderman about it.
We're gonna have to go back to the other side of that wall, Berlin.
So we got a little bit of time left. Tonight we're not going to do a post show. I think we have to brainstorm on the actual manias for a little bit. Where
does Trump's wall rank in the historical walls?
It's not a wall.
I think Hadrian's number 1, Trump number 2, China Great number 3.
Huh.
Berlin number 4.
Berlin 4.
What about Pink
Walls
Floyd's
of Jericho 5.
Ah.
Pink Floyd 6.
He won't break down the walls.
Walmart.
I saw that Chris Jericho interview
with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. I'm also going to upload the post shows that were on Twitch recently that haven't been posted yet. So those will be up very soon. So you guys will be able to see that. We need to make Actual Mania the greatest Actual Mania in Actual Mania history.
Well, Scott's going to be there.
I'm on it, so good start.
You are going to be on it.
Yeah.
And I think we will at least get a feel for the anonymous Actual Mania donator also. Like
Cop a feel on the
Ooh,
donut.
Yeah.
I love getting a feel.
Yeah.
How much of a feel are we going to get?
You'll see.
Big feel? Little feel? Okay.
You can cup the balls.
So we did announce that Egghead is going to compete for the currency in the account match. If he wins that, he gets a cash in at any point against the world champion at any point. Did we name anybody that's going to be in that?
We haven't named anybody else yet.
Now, I know Gail later that night has a mystery opponent.
You mean not Gail? Our champion?
Oh, I'm sorry. Caseytron.
Caseytron, our champion.
Caseytron, our champion, will be going up against a mystery opponent.
We won't be naming them until maybe the night of. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like when the
night
match
before.
starts, I think.
Huh.
I don't think we're going to know until the match starts. So, yeah.
I do know this. I wouldn't mind a Hateful Eight matchup. 8 people saying the most hateful stuff, the most hateful clips of some of our favorite people. I think that might be fun.
that.
That might be fun.
I was Jennifer Jason Lee, a Samuel Jackson, a Walton Goggins, a Kurt Russell.
Can't forget Kurt Russell. Can't forget Kurt Russell. I really want to see. I want to see Emo Howling Wolf versus Christine Chandler in a triple extreme matchup with all their most extreme moments. He's out there flopping dick in anger.
Okay.
Christine Weston Chandler's done a couple of weird sexual videos themselves.
Also flopping dick in anger.
Yes. I think that'd be a fun one. I don't know though. Like at this point in time, I think we should form a committee. We should have a Discord committee room where we talk about this stuff with certain other privileged folk. Maybe we could put Egghead's dumbass in the committee so he has some counterpoints.
I don't want him to know what. I mean, when he's a competitor, he doesn't get to know what's going on.
Yeah, that's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Didn't Bockwinkel book himself into a fucking shoot?
Yeah, but he was in control, right? Wasn't he a booker?
Yeah. Kevin Nash had
I think
the
this
book.
is the first time that Nick Bockwinkel and Egghead have been compared to one another.
Yeah.
Kevin Nash had the book for a while. Nothing went wrong there.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They took it to new heights.
Things coming along nicely, Turner Broadcasting System. But yeah, we're gonna get a little Titicaca, Lake Titicaca, maybe Lake Titicaca.
Lake Titicaca
In Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Sí, señor.
Nicaragua, Venezuela. Now I'm questioning myself. Luckily, it doesn't matter.
I think Nicaragua.
So we're gonna end in a couple minutes here. Thanks for supporting us. We got the Saturday show coming up here.
Yes,
that should be interesting.
And just before we go, I'm gonna try to spell Nicaragua.
No.
And
no. All right. So I guess we're gonna wrap it, everybody.
If anybody has cool ideas for matchups, go on the Discord and suggest them.
In the actual Mania channel?
Yeah, give us some ideas if you have anything
Yeah,
cool,
I mean,
so we don't
even if-
miss
even
the
if we don't-
best ideas.
Yeah, even if we don't use it this time, maybe we'll use it in the future.
Yeah, we probably won't use it, and we'll probably take your idea and make it 1,000 times better. But it'd be cool to see what you
Yeah,
guys
and probably
think.
tell you that your idea was stupid.
We will do that, and then we'll use it like 2
Yeah.
months from now, and then you'll be Chris Canyon.
Also,
Isn't
even
he
if
dead?
you don't have an idea,
Yeah.
you should still go to the Discord anyway.
Rumor was Chris Canyon pitched the gimmick that I think Orlando Jordan ended up using.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right, we will see you guys next time. Have a wonderful night.
Love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Follow.
Bye-bye.
Today's episode of Drunken Peasants is brought to you by Season 2 of the podcast Blowback, exclusively available on Stitcher Premium. After a critically acclaimed retelling of the Iraq War, Season 2 of Blowback, co-hosted by Brennan James and Noah Colwyn, is a 10-part account of the unlikely story of the Cuban Revolution. It's a nuclear-tipped showdown between the Kennedy brothers, Fidel Castro, the Soviet Union, the CIA, and the Mafia. To listen now and get a free month of Stitcher Premium, go to Stitcher.com/premium and enter the promo code PEASANTS when you select a monthly plan. That's Stitcher.com/premium, promo code PEASANTS.